Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of D&D with high school students. It is exciting, people. It's very exciting because the party just finished up an amazing, unpredicted heist.
Robbery.
Arson.
Also like arson.
Anna, summarize what just happened
Uh,
from your character's perspective.
From my character's
Yes,
perspective?
from Trixie's perspective.
She's probably a little bit sloshed at this point.
Yeah.
She did break out like 2 bottles of wine.
Right. At the Reeves banquet.
Yes.
Okay,
so
and then what?
we were all at the Reeves banquet. Willie decided to pour kerosene in a guy's glass. Everyone flipped out.
What guy's glass, Willie?
The Reeve.
The Reeve.
Sorry.
The Reeve.
The Reeve.
Yeah.
The Reeve.
The Reeve.
Okay.
My favorite YouTube comment was someone said, "How did they all jump out the window at one time?"
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
It's a large window.
So wait,
Windows
rewind,
just-
because we didn't get to the window. What happened after
Oh, yeah.
Willie attempted to kerosene the Reeve?
All right, so everyone flipped out, so we went upstairs to investigate. Maximillian stole all the guys' papers.
Yeah.
I forget Carl's name. Ralof.
Ralof.
Ralof. Set something on fire, and then we decided to burgle everything.
I set everything on fire.
We burgled a lot of things.
Yeah, we burgled
That's a
it.
Burger?
Burgle?
Burgle?
We cheeseburgered it.
Okay, so
Burglarize?
you attempted to poison the Reeve.
Well, I tried to kill him.
Right.
But
He successfully poisoned
So
him.
he
That
did,
didn't really
which
work.
in effect causes a distraction because everybody was so panicked at
Yeah,
what
but
was
he's
going
not
on.
dead.
You guys hustle
Yeah.
upstairs. You go upstairs. Maximillian
yeah.
took a bunch of paperwork from the Reeves' office.
Yeah.
Okay, and then exploring more and looting and robbing more, you proceeded to loot as many bedrooms and places as you could find until you arrived in the attic space, correct?
Yeah.
Where you found,
Oh, so much money. I have 55 gold pieces now.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I want
So you
money.
found a whole bunch of stuff, right? A
Yeah.
chest full of stuff, silver pieces, everything, right?
Yeah, there's like 500
It was like
silver.
a
Okay.
chest of silver.
Then,
I get some of that.
Ralof lit the drapes on fire?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he did that. He
That
did
was
that
so
earlier.
dumb.
For no apparent reason.
He's just been,
It was on fire. The whole
Everyone we
time.
went to it had.
Yeah.
It was already
the
on
government.
fire.
What's going on?
and then you guys all grabbed
Down with the
hands,
government.
church style, and jumped out the window together. So I think the comment was like, how did 5 people jump out a window together?
Well,
Like, you know,
my
Yeah.
character went out first, like I was towards the There's a thing, and the balcony wall window. just gave.
None of this is real.
good cover. All
It
right.
just exploded.
So you guys drifted, thanks to Ralof's Featherfall spell.
You're welcome.
You drifted to the ground. You arrived at the ground.
And no one noticed.
And you saw, well, no one noticed because why? What was
you
going
rolled
on?
a 2, a 5, and a
Well, yes,
3.
I rolled, but
And a
in the
3.
reality of the game, what was going on is that
Big
everybody
fire.
was
It was
so
on fire.
preoccupied
Yeah.
with the
The
Reeve
fire
being
we
poisoned
caused.
and the fire happening
Almost
and
like that
trying
was
to
a
put out
good
the fire.
idea.
Really?
People-
Like, you totally planned that.
People trying to leave the Reeves Manor, and you guys decided not to just stick around and get caught. What did you do? You left the
booked
neighborhood,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So you guys said that you
With
were,
all our stuff.
when we left off, you took all that stuff, you were leaving the neighborhood. So some people might be like, well, why isn't there any terrain on the table, Bill? Where's all the fancy dwarven food?
Yeah, I got really scared when I came in here and everything was gone, and then you just dumped a bag of gargoyles on the table.
Yeah, I was looking for something
Before
else.
that,
but
he
don't
put
worry.
all the sexy
no
ladies
gargoyle.
down.
You guys are like first
Demons.
level. That would just be evil. All right, so you guys run off, right? You leave the plaza, the neighborhood that you guys were in, where the Rusty Flagon and the Hardy Oak were, in the Reeves Manor, obviously. You leave that area. And I think, I don't remember if this was after we stopped recording, but you mentioned heading kind of west towards the seedier side of town. Okay, so if you wanted to go really far west, there's 2 harbors. There's Western Harbor and Eastern Harbor. The Western Harbor is along the river. The Eastern Harbor is along the other fork of the river, okay, because Dariolar Shari is basically on an island with 2 rivers on one side and then the ocean to the south. So you go to the west, you get to this kind of,
any of that.
you kind of get to this slummy
You're right,
area.
that's
I don't want to say it's a slum because Dariolar Shari is not a city, it's a town. So there's about 6,000 people total. But the neighborhood that you're
town we're
going
in.
to,
Can you go back like 2 minutes?
Wait,
just
but
right down
also-
west. Just right down west.
West where?
West
Okay.
hood. You're in the hood.
We
to
might
the
be
west.
okay
West
because
side, sorry?
someone.
We're
okay,
on the west side.
So someone was
You're on
saying
the west
like
side, exactly.
these kids like are gonna get caught because like they probably have like inventory of the Reeves' belongings and all that kind of stuff.
Not if it's on
But
fire.
Carl burned it down, so we might be okay.
We can just
Well, you don't know.
we saved
We
it
do
from
have
the
to
fire.
wait
Remember,
before
the
wearing our
Reeves
clothes.
Manor
Yeah.
was not made of wood. It's made of stone. You understand that, right?
No,
So
I thought
it might have
was made of
sustained
wood.
some damage, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We should have set the bedrooms on fire.
But you don't know because
Yeah.
you left.
Because
So
we
we'll
left.
find out.
I put the banner on the desk so the papers are fine.
All right, so
Carl raided the attic. He's
We
screwed.
screwed up.
you guys are as
more
Maximillian
fires.
pointed out, you're on the west
We need to
side.
get better at this.
At setting fires.
You see, as you kind of get out of the scary zone,
Yeah.
you see that there are quite a few seedy-looking taverns on the west side, and also a few inns. And then you also see some, like, what you assume are maybe warehouses, where, like, when ships dock along the river and they unload cargo and stuff, you kind of see some large rectangular buildings that are wood slat buildings with basic roofing, like thatched roofing, and you assume that those are warehouses.
Do I like know any of these places?
She does like boats.
Yeah, I'm a pirate.
That was
You would know the south side more because that's the big harbor. That's where the seafaring vessels
Yeah, but
go.
when, like if I wanted to
the
be
river,
sneaky.
the river. So if you go upriver, you're literally going upriver because the river flows out to the sea.
Yes.
So the only ships that go upriver are the smaller vessels that are like for trading between borders.
Smuggling.
Yeah, but not really.
Which way is
Like
the river
you're
flowing?
more sailor.
What do you mean
Fine.
nice?
So the rivers all go
good
south
people
from the
do
center of the continent, from the center of the island out to the sea.
I'm already a criminal.
So
I can't remember
you're pretty sure that like these are warehouses because they're similar in construction to the kind of buildings that you see along the big harbor to the south.
that. Okay.
You, in your roguish familiarity
Yes.
with town, you know that sometimes certain gangs will, kind of skim some inventory from some of these warehouses and bribe the guards, to get in and take a couple things. Not being greedy, not like cleaning out the entire warehouse, but like, they'll
Okay.
skim a couple crates or barrels here and there, and then they kind of resell that on the cheap.
So
Good
we
to know.
shouldn't put our loot there.
But
thought
you
we
also
could
know
steal
that
more.
if you're going to hide out from the militia, that those kind of places are decent places.
Question.
Yeah.
Are the militia after us at the moment? They don't really know. that
I'm
we
not
did-
going to make you make a perception roll because you guys ran for like 10 minutes and you would have known and heard people calling for you and chasing you on horses. So you perceived none of that.
Wow.
Sweet.
Things we did that.
You look around, and in fact, on this particular strip of neighborhood where you are, there really aren't any constables out. There are a lot of people just like wandering around, a fair amount of drunks because it's late, in the night.
Anna fits in.
Kind of going from tavern to tavern. A few sailors here and there.
What time is it?
It's pretty late because remember you guys went to the Reeves and it's
forgot the L.
probably about like 10
What?
something, 10
Okay.
or 11.
So we should stash our stuff somewhere, and then we have to go see this elf.
So you know that if you wanted to, you could look around and find a fellow rogue.
Yeah.
You might have to bribe them to stash your stuff, but you could find a safe spot.
Carl.
Well, yes.
Oh wait.
Ralof.
Ralof.
Yeah. Yes. Willie.
Pretty good.
Willie Stroker.
Willie Stroker.
May I borrow, and by borrow I mean have some gold pieces, or whoever has the chest.
Yeah. How many gold pieces you like thinking about? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay. You can.
Okay.
It's our little
Why is your
secret.
voice?
Gotta keep it low
I
key.
don't know. So
Okay, make a quick investigation roll.
20.
Yeah, D20. Look at your investigation and add the number to your die
Where'd you
roll.
get so many dice?
wait, I'm investigating.
You're,
'cause
yeah,
you're bad.
you're gonna
Where'd
find
you
a contact.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
15
I
plus
pop-
5. 20.
Okay, so you like walk down an alley and you see like a sketchy looking guy who you
Probably looks like a
Presume
friendly person to me.
is probably in one of the various gangs.
Yeah.
Using thieves'
Father.
cant,
I was gonna
you
say
kind of
that,
like
yeah.
give him a couple signals to show him that like you're cool, and he comes
Yeah.
over by you and he's like, "What are you looking for, my friend?" He's a human,
Okay.
so he's kind of like looking around. He's kind of like a little bit paranoid and
Leaning down.
like, yeah.
Well, you see,
I get it.
you need a place to store some stuff. I'm using thieves'
He's
cant.
like,
Is
"Oh,
Thieves'
okay,
Cant an interpretive
okay."
dance now?
I didn't.
Well, he's
I
like,
sign language.
I'm gonna be your dance instructor.
he's like, I have a back door into a warehouse. Now, it's only clear for 2 days, so if you don't come back for your stuff, finders keepers. You know what I mean.
Losers weepers.
I
know that one.
could hook you up with a little spot, about 5 by 5, basically the size of a large crate. It's going to be good enough.
That'll do.
Okay. 1 gold first. Pay up. He takes the gold, he looks at it, and he's like, okay. Puts it in his pouch, he's like, follow me.
What do you mean by 1 gold first? How many gold later?
1 gold when you pick up, 1 gold when you drop off, 1 gold when you pick up.
It's 2 gold.
Okay.
We're
got
storing
that.
like
I mean,
50 something.
you're paying for storage, but you're also paying for protection.
Yeah.
If I just leave, anybody could walk along, pull some boards open, and steal your loot.
Is it 1 gold every time I want to get something?
No.
Okay.
It's only there for like 2 days.
He's like, come on, man,
Alright, we're
hurry
good,
up,
we're
I got
good,
other
we're good.
business.
All right.
He's like looking around. So do you go back and get all the stuff?
Yeah.
All right, so when you come, who's carrying like the big chest and all this stuff? You?
Matt,
I have the gold.
Maximillian.
We kind of like ditched, we
Maximillian.
ditched the chest, didn't we? We
I
just
think
kind
you-
of
I
stuck
think you
the
just have
gold.
the-
Yeah, we just kind of stuck the gold in our pockets.
Really, how much gold?
50.
I don't think I gave you gold.
It was 400
It was
silver.
silver. It was
You
500
still,
silver.
it's not like there's a magic currency
I thought I went to the
exchange.
bank. I just assumed. I
No.
went
So you still have like 500 or whatever.
400.
500
Yeah, I
silver.
still have a chest of 500
Ah,
silver.
fine. I don't know anything about
currency-
The conversion happens after. So you still have a big ass chest full of
Yeah.
silver.
Oh, excuse me.
And-
And a bunch of paperwork, and you're going to shove all that in there.
Stash it.
You bring it over to his guy.
And our clothes and makeup
Right,
and
okay.
jewelry and
Yeah.
perfume.
And all the
So-
jewelry and stuff.
So all this crap fits in this chest, right?
Whatever, man.
He like looks you guys over and he's like, all right, follow me. And he like sneaks over to the back of this warehouse and he like taps on a board, taps on a board, taps on a board again. And he's like, and you hear from like inside,
I wrote the wrong thing.
and he's like, oh shit, okay, come on. He opens this side door and you see like a big crate, big wooden crate, right? And it's sealed. And he goes,
There's someone inside. Don't lose my shit.
and then he waits and you hear, and then the crate goes, and it opens up, and instead of the wall being a wall, the crate's hinged and it's a door. And you see a little halfling who's about the same size as you, and he's like sweating. He's like sweating, and he's like, what took so long? He's like, all right, they're here, come on. He's like, hurry up.
Were
put
they
it in there."
expecting us?
So, you guys put your big chest full of loot inside of this giant crate, right? And then the little sweaty halfling comes out and he like pushes it closed and seals it. And then you see him go, and he does something, and you hear like the sound of nails sinking into wood, but you didn't hear any hammering. You just hear like, and you see like,
That's awesome.
okay, so.
Strange.
So the sweaty halfling's like, did they pay? And the other guy's like, yeah, they paid. All right, good. See you in 2 days. If you don't pick it up in less than 2 days, it's ours. And they both, like, they're like, go, get out. So you guys leave the warehouse. They go one way, you guys go down the other alley. So now you're not carrying around a bunch of crap.
That's nice.
Okay.
Okay, so you hear the town bell striking the hour of 11, which you
At
may
night?
recall, yes,
Yes.
was the time you were supposed to meet the blonde elf at the Hardy Oak Inn,
Ah,
back in
shit.
the Plaza neighborhood, where
we
you
can't go
just
back.
left after burning down the
Yes, we
reeds.
can.
can't
We're
go
going
back.
back.
It's
We
not
need
worth it.
We can't go back.
That's where the
I already drew him.
Yeah,
we have
it's
to go
like our
back.
main quest.
That's where the plot is.
Unless we want to like pillage this town, which I'm okay with. We could.
We
We're
could.
really gonna go back.
We'll manage.
Why don't we go back like
Let's take it to a vote.
side
a team
path.
vote. Who
No,
wants to
'cause-
go back? Who wants to stay? Let's pillage. Let's awesome.
Can we not spend another episode of us just like killing a town?
I want to go see the elf man.
Boring.
My luck is not gonna
We're all gonna
last
die
as
if we go
We've
back.
gotten really lucky at the
That's
end of
fine.
2
We're gonna
episodes.
stay here. We're gonna find a new adventure.
But the elf man.
Whatever.
We don't need
We
him.
don't need it.
Do you remember the terms of the deal that he was
No.
mentioning?
If we showed up, we had until like 11, and then if we don't show up, he'll just find someone else, right?
He said he would assume that you weren't interested.
Oh yeah.
We're not interested.
Okay, I guess
We
we're
just
not
got
interested.
50 gold.
Well,
400
still.
silver.
Okay, now at this
Oh,
point,
I mean,
a novice dungeon master would be like, "Crap! I only prepared this one adventure. I'm screwed. They didn't do what I wanted them to do."
So the
He's
show's
got
over.
another
then.
But as I am not a novice
is-
adventure
Oh, I'm sorry.
DM,
I didn't realize.
you may proceed with whatever
There
you
are
want
over
to do.
500 adventures
we could take
planned.
It's like Skyrim.
the river back up there.
You
We
drawing
need a
map?
boat.
Yeah, he's real
I
bad.
mean, I can make us a boat or steal a boat.
Right now?
If you guys really wanted to.
It might take a little while, like I don't know, a few weeks.
Not
but
with
I
me,
could
but-
totally.
Sean
Hey,
punches
hey,
down a
Sean
tree and
might-
it
I mean,
forms a
Sean
boat.
does
220.
have the carpentry background, so
Takes
with the
6
right
days.
wood and tools,
Yes.
he could plane the wood and cure it. It might take a couple days to. I'm just making things up. I don't even know what a plane is. All right.
That's the wood
That's the
stick with.
correct tool you would use.
Thank you. See, I know things.
I don't know anything
All
about
right,
this.
I will show you the map in case you guys forgot.
Should start drawing.
Your region and what it looks like. I'll show you. But as of right now, you are on the west side, and like I said, there are a number of places that you could go to hang out, or should I say hide out.
You know, I bet we could find a shady guy to give us a boat ride.
Where were
guys
you going to
wanna go
take
back?
the boat?
Where are we going?
No, why would we go back?
Because the elf man.
Oh my god. It's already 11. He's gonna leave.
No,
I'm
he's not, because Bill
tired.
said he had an adventure planned. So
I
there's
have
clearly
many
an adventure.
adventures planned.
Where's the next adventure?
Everywhere.
Are there any
Wherever
other?
you go.
Are there any other adventures with pretty
Carl,
elves?
the adventure just follows you.
That's-
You are the party. Don't forget that, buddy.
Do you want to see how many different adventures Bill has?
We'll get to the beginning of every quest and then leave.
And never solve it. That would be kind of funny. All right.
Remember when that place was at Yorktown Mall called Magic Quest?
I went to Magic
I used
Quest.
to
I've never
go
been
I
there.
have one the wand still.
I had one of the
I was
wands.
very good.
I had
want
the
to go
blue
there.
wand.
Really?
So
I had the normal one with the blue claw.
Is there like a
attachment.
fantasy
Oh, wow.
Chuck E. Cheese we can hit up?
I think that's done.
That's
Wait,
just
Enchanted Castle.
Enchanted Castle.
Okay, so it might be hard because glare, but remember that you're
Sean, quickly.
yeah this little area.
Where are we right now?
You're all right. So I have to turn this kind of sideways.
Jesus.
You're on. See that little island?
We're on the tiny island.
You're the little hut. That's the town of Daryolar Shari on that little island.
Daryl Town.
So you've got a river that goes north to the east, but
Okay.
you guys are by the west. You're on the river that goes.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
you could, instead of going north, you could go south and go to the harbor, which is only like you don't even have to take a boat there. You could just walk there to the sea harbor,
But I
which
don't
is
have walking proficiency.
she knows that area very well, and there are boats there.
You don't know how to walk?
You
No,
don't
I'm
have
not,
to.
I'm not
There's no
proficient
dice
in it.
rolls for walking.
Roll dice to walk.
All right. So what are you guys
8.
gonna do?
Let's go towards the water. I feel like there's
Let's go
something
swimming.
fun going on there.
Let's go swimming. Beach episode.
Let's do what Carl said, or
Ralof, Half Beard.
suggested.
Okay.
What did he suggest?
So you guys are gonna walk to the harbor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you start making your way through the west side. You're, heading along. You're following most of the main streets. Every once in a while, you kind of do a cut through, and you kind of work your way south, but also back east towards the harbor. And after about 15 minutes of walking, you could see there's like a short wall, like a 10-foot wall that kind of separates the main part of town from the harbor side to keep basically like the
Me?
sketchy people out.
We're not
And you
allowed
see
in.
the wall, and the wall's only like 100 yards away, so you're not that far. Everybody make a perception roll.
God damn it.
Is that D20?
I'm
right?
assuming this is because you guys
Oh,
said that you were.
21.
I got a 7.
So
get
Carl
to
rolled a nat 20.
22.
11.
Okay.
Nat 20,
Wait.
baby.
7.
Wait, what is this?
Plus
Perception.
Oh, perception
Just
plus 5.
21?
Okay, I got 12.
I got
12.
I got 11.
You got 11.
Plus what?
Nothing.
Carl got,
21.
so Carl's the only person who got
Wait,
like over
22.
She got 22 because she rolled a 19.
Rolled a 19.
Okay,
You need to leave.
cool.
Even though I'm drunk.
All right, so you and you, as you guys are like, oh, there's the wall, we're almost there. You both notice like something in your peripheral vision kind of like duck into an alley.
God
It's not
damn.
something
Great.
small like a rat. I mean like human-sized.
Ew.
But it was kind of hard to see because it's already dark,
That's what
right?
I thought of.
And whatever you saw was dark. It kind of like ducked into a.
Can I use an investigation roll to see like
But you didn't notice
where
it.
we are right now, like the
You didn't
history?
notice it. Oh.
I won't make you roll. Do you have proficiency in investigation?
I have a +5 in investigation.
What did you want
wait,
to know?
proficiency.
Is there a black circle next to your investigation
There
skill?
is. Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't think of it.
So you know that the area that you're 100 yards away from is you're approaching the Harbour district, which is basically south of the main town of Dario Larchari, and it's where any ocean-going ships, any of the bigger ships that would be used, for example, the large ships that bring goods and merchandise and tourists from Parmia or other places, this is where they would dock.
Okay.
Hey, you know how he said.
And there are a
like-
number of inns in
Okay,
that
I guess
area.
I'm not-
There are a number of warehouses in that area, and there are a number of like shops and small markets.
All right.
So it's not as nice as the Plaza district where you guys were. It's a little more like low key, but it's there's a lot to do there.
Cool.
So as you guys were walking, like I said, you know what? Do me a favor and face all your minis going that way because you're
I have the
headed
orange
south.
ones.
Okay.
Like face them all going that way.
So that's north?
yeah.
Carl,
So
can you identify?
Anna and Carl, as you guys were walking, you noticed somebody like dip off onto that alley
This
to the
one right
left.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, and just use your imagination, theater of the mind. There are buildings throughout this area. You guys are walking. The wall is basically at the end of the table.
Okay.
These
So
guys, the wall.
somewhere, there's a couple buildings here, and someone dipped into that.
Yeah.
It looked like they were kind of walking along, and then they just kind of ducked into the alley.
Hey gang, someone just dipped into that alley.
Oh my god. You can't keep.
Should-
Let's follow, cause I'm curious.
We go into the alley or?
Alley, we're gonna see who.
Okay.
All of us? Or
We're going to die.
yeah.
I
Let's
think
go.
we should all go in as a team.
We're going
Yeah.
to die.
Group effort.
Okay.
Well, Sean, what do you think?
Do
You
we
seem
roll? Do we roll?
cautious.
I mean, it's
I
4
feel like
against 1.
someone should roll a die
Also,
before we
5.
go in.
Something exciting has to
that?
happen.
Nothing.
Let's not go there.
It was not a gargoyle.
Pulled out some evil
pulled out
things. Let's
some.
go straight.
I think we should go to the
We're
ocean.
not going there.
I changed my mind.
We're doing it.
Hey guys, let's
go
go to the beach.
What
do you do?
Oh no, he rolled
Bill,
the
what
dice.
was it?
Oh no.
Guys, think about it. If we kill him, we could get some free stuff. So
Okay, but
I'm
he
gonna
pulled
go
out
down
a.
that
What if it's
alleyway.
a werewolf?
Who's coming with
Move
me?
your mini
If
over
it's a
there.
werewolf, I'm gonna
Yeah.
seduce it.
Is Matt's coming with me?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going.
We have the best character.
Let's all go.
What's
We're all gonna
initiative?
fight. Is it a werewolf?
Oh my!
Is it a
It's a
werewolf?
D20.
You
I
see
dropped
a
it.
bald human in a gray robe.
Oh, so I dropped it in
Another one.
18.
Yes.
Why can't it be a werewolf?
This dice sucks.
9.
6.
Do we all roll?
6.
And
No,
then-
everybody roll. You're being
We're
affronted,
fighting now.
I got a 7.
Assaulted.
I got an 18.
This is
I'm
a-
gonna-
I
I'm
got
gonna die.
Is there a bonus for this or?
Initiative
I have a
bonus.
7.
That number. You add
have
the
an
initiative
initiative.
number
Oh,
to
I have
your
a
dice.
10.
Hey,
Wait.
20.
I have a.
20.
What?
No, yeah, 10.
Where's initiative?
I have a
Top.
7.
Oh, 4. I have 11.
Okay.
10.
So, Carl,
Yes.
since you were leading the path,
terrible.
and
What
you
is
also
this?
coincidentally had the highest initiative, you go up
Ew.
to the alley to confront this lurker, and you see a dude who is almost exactly the same in appearance as those other two gray-robed dudes that you guys fought earlier.
Clones.
He is no, he's not. But he's got it's a
sci-fi.
human,
They're growing.
shaved head,
be my
shaved
clone.
face, gray robe, and no apparent weapons. But you see him like getting ready for combat. But you want initiative, so you're within attack range if you want to do that. But you choose what you want to do.
I mean, he's got no stuff.
Do
Do
it.
we really want to take on this guy?
It's worth.
I want,
Man,
can I,
sounds like
qu-
Bill.
can I
You
like
walk around
try
in
to
a
be
cloak.
like, yo, chill, I want to talk.
Yes, that would be a persuasion
What if he
roll.
kills
I'm good at that. I've
Or-
plus 7 on that.
Yeah, okay,
So we're
go
good.
ahead.
Let's hope I get
you
something
do it?
okay. 27.
Oh my god.
That is the
Oh my God.
second nat 20 that Carl's rolled in the last 8 minutes.
Carl's
27
winning
is
me.
just brainwashing.
All right, Carl, You're like, so just say how would you say it? He's like,
Hey, calm down, dude. I just want to talk. You
like,
seem
"Oh,
like an okay, handsome guy.
Alright.
You did a good job shaving your head. I like your
he
style.
kind of like, he doesn't attack you. He just like steps back,
Put
but
the
he's
hands
like
down.
watching you guys
Put the
carefully.
hands down for a minute. Let's
All right.
talk.
So next in order, I'll count down. Tell me
Tony's
when you
pretty.
hit the number.
You're
15,
pretty.
14, 13, 12, 12.
I don't remember what I
You
had.
see,
I think
all
I
right,
had
so you
11.
see Ralof.
You were
Like,
12 too.
No, I
like the
think
guy
I
was
had
about to
11.
fight.
Right?
Ralof like starts talking him down,
No,
and then
11,
he
you're right.
relaxes his fist, and he's just like looking at you. What do you do?
Can I like low key ready one of my throwing axes?
Yes, you ready an axe.
Okay.
That is,
That's-
you are ready.
Yeah.
Cool.
11.
Chilling.
Oh,
That's me.
What do you do? You see what just transpired. And by
Can
the
I
way,
ready-
you're still out in the
can I
middle of the
ready my
street.
oh.
Do you walk up there, or do you? You could ready your
I'm
scimitar,
gonna stay
but
back because I'm tiny.
I don't
Okay.
recommend
Can I
anyone
ready
else.
my
no,
dart?
No more
Yes.
weapons. I
I'll
think
ready
only
my
one
dart.
of us. We don't want
Okay.
to scare him right now.
I'm just
We're talking him
readying my
down,
dart.
but if he
I'm not
sees
gonna
that-
throw
okay,
it.
it's 10,
gonna flip
9, 8.
oh wait, I've got 10. Sorry.
Go.
I'll just cast Armor of Agathys on myself.
Oh, look at you with your prepared defensive
Do I
maneuver.
have any spells?
Yeah.
All right, you
Wait,
begin
what?
to invoke that
What are
spell,
my spells?
and you feel this protective
I can see in the
power
dark.
from
Me too.
a mysterious source.
I know the source.
All right, Sean.
I throw some little thieves can't symbol, like
You flash him a
At
gang
him?
sign?
Yeah.
Oh, like a seeing if he IDs you.
yeah. Do I have to roll for that?
No, you don't. But he's kind of looking at everybody, and he looks at you, but it doesn't seem like he gets it. He looks
Okay.
more like confused, like he's like, did that guy just give me the finger? Like, like he's not sure exactly.
Okay.
All right. So you're at this like standoff, right? And the guy is not attacking. He's just he's like his hands have gone from like this to like.
Well,
Talk to him.
Oh, Who are you? Just give us like a rundown. Like just in general, like what's up? You look like someone I recently knew, and I just like very similar. That's all I got. What's up? Can you not speak? Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I know
Wait, is he
sign language.
religious?
Do you like God? A God. Oh.
That's
okay.
why his tongue
Can I
is
speak to you
gone,
in
right?
Gnomish?
I think it's just
think
muteness,
he's just
not
mute. He's just
lack
mute.
of language.
Yeah.
Open your. He doesn't have a tongue.
He doesn't have a tongue. Okay.
Gone.
You see that his tongue is not there.
He's
It's
religious.
cut.
So can we just ask
think
you
it just
like
got
yes
cut
or no
out.
questions,
Or
and you
that.
just answer yes or no questions?
Bummer. Seems easy.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
What are some?
Do
good
you guys put
questions?
your weapons down?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
yeah,
have
we
one.
put
Right.
on
You
that.
notice that when you put your weapons down, he puts his hands down. He seems to
He
be a
seems
little more
nice.
like trusting.
Are you a proficient fighter? Okay. So they're like a fighty religious.
He's
group.
joining our team.
We'll recruit an army of
on
bald
your
men and take down
Are
the
there more of you?
just you right here. But
No one sent you here?
you see all of us.
He saw us burn down the place. He has to join our team.
So like, are you kind of like a justice? Are you like a justice guy, or you like
He just
burning
saw
stuff
it.
down?
Are you part of an independent organization? God. okay.
God.
Yeah.
Like a
Still-
cult,
still a church
or
guy.
I also like God. 3 gods. Nope. West side.
Trinity.
hold
What is
on,
he doing with his finger?
hold on.
I don't know
4.
what that
Okay.
means.
Oh, wait. Remember the 5 gods from the beginning, like the elements of the void?
Oh.
You're the void. You're the void guys.
The Earth God.
No, void.
Nope. Good try.
So you're like an agent of the void.
All right. So void doesn't talk. Cool.
Because your tongue's gone.
Because it's
Void.
void.
That would help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he had a tongue.
So he has to be on our team because
Heather, heal his
he
tongue back.
saw
Wait,
us
are
burn-
you-
Oh my God! Can I do that?
Do you have
Probably
issue
not.
with us burning down the Reeves place? Okay, so he's
A
not-
little.
It's
It's
what,
kinda like,
it is what it
Can I
is.
do anything to him? I have that healing stuff.
Just regrow his tongue.
Good.
No,
for
you
me.
well,
Healing
magically speaking, you would have to have a very high level like regeneration because this is not new. Like you see the scar tissue's old. Like it
Said catnips.
does anyone have religion
Oh my God!
Carl
as a
does.
proficiency?
Wait.
Religion.
Why don't you go ahead and make a proficiency check with your religion?
Can I make him a tongue?
Where's my religion for?
Like just craft him a wooden tongue.
You're there carving
Maybe
your
like a
tongue out of
pencil
wood.
sticking out of his
Can I
mouth.
make him one?
I mean, in time you could, but
Oh, 23.
I think that's low.
are you? That's my dice. It never rolls that good for me.
So
All right,
Carl's
Carl,
the Messiah.
let's see. After your third nat 20, I'll just fill you in with some information.
Thank you.
You've outdone
It
me.
occurs to you now, in the grand scheme of things, once you've made this connection, that there are clerics who are like the priesthood of different gods or of the whole pantheon, right? You are in a theocracy, a religious theocracy, that venerates all of the gods, right? So they believe in the whole pantheon. But the town of Dar-Shari has a particularly well-known temple to the water goddess Vusaq.
Ooh.
Now, you were unaware of any priesthood to the void. However, because you rolled a nat 20, I will tell you this. You remember reading in a book when you were an acolyte studying that some ages ago, like centuries ago, there was a monastery in your region, in Kabul Kailash, that was dedicated to the void, to Taik.
Let's go there.
Do I know where it is?
You know that there was a monastery, and that the city that is now known, the fortified city that is now known as Kadimgi Kadam, was built over the old city where that monastery was. And it's in Kabul Kailash to the north of where you guys are. But as you think about it, in your knowledge of religion and religious history, that is the only remembrance that you have of any kind of veneration or specifically organized, like, because everybody respects all the gods, but this was the only organized religious order of not clerics, priesthood, but monks dedicated to the void. And the other thing that you don't see is, typically priests will have religious symbols. Like if it was a cleric and they appreciated the pantheon, they might have each of the elemental symbols, right? Or maybe one of them is more prominent. But these guys never displayed any symbols. You didn't see any necklaces or rings or medallions or any kind of symbolism that they wore, which is also, as you start to think about it, more in line with those who venerate the void.
We probably shouldn't have killed those guys.
Yeah.
We'll just
Can't go back now.
Then who's he gonna tell?
no tongue, man. Do you know how to write? Okay? Let's get him a piece of paper. Anyone have any paper and a pen?
No. I have paint? Yeah, I have paint.
He can just paint on the ground.
Yeah, let's ask him some questions. If he can write.
Do the rest of you guys duck into the alley, or are you still all standing out in the middle
I
of the
think
street?
we should all go in the alley.
Or invite him out to the street.
No, let's keep this hidden right now. If you
Actually,
want it to
while
be
they're
hidden-
doing that, I'm gonna stand on the corner and keep a watch out for
Okay,
cops.
Carl, move everybody into the positions where you
Which
want
one
them to
you-
be.
You're this
I'm the
one,
one with the tits out.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
There you go. Here's the order.
I'm the one that looks like a little schoolboy.
I can still
there are
hear
two of
him
those.
though, right?
That's me. Looks like me.
So, Carl, you know that like I said, that there's nothing in modern history about any monks
Of the void.
of the void of Taik. So,
Would I know anything with the history proficiency?
you could roll and have a different perspective.
Sure.
Sure.
Roll for it, sir. 20.
Oh my freaking.
Who are you guys?
+3, so 23.
All right, so Matt, I'm going to address it from your particular background.
Yeah.
As both a barbarian and the son of a noble, you have kind of interesting insights into the history side of this. You know that the theocracy that has been the government of Kabul Kailash for so long venerates all of the gods, but in particular, the current leader, His Holiness Kor Pygambar,
Yeah.
is known as the Chosen of Water. He's a male dragonborn, but people believe that Vusaq, the water goddess, like chose him to lead the theocracy. From the barbarian perspective, though, you know that there are still like barbarian clans that live and roam around in Kabul Kailish. One of those are the Togli Odamlar, and they live in the hills and the mountains to the north of the country, like closer to the capital and north of the capital. That they've been around, those clans have been around for centuries, and that part of the reason why Kadimgi Kadar was a fortified city, became a fortified city, was because they used to raid the cities all the time. So the Togli Odamlar are nomadic people. They're nomadic barbarian clans that are united kind of in one big horde. And they used to conduct raids all the time. So part of what changed the dynamic for that city is that Kadimki Kadam needed to be a fortified city because it was closer to the mountains. And because it's a fortified city and they started to build up around it, it became a more populated place. It went from kind of a town, sort of like Daryolar Shari, of like maybe 6,000 people to a city of like 30,000. So there are a lot more people, maybe 20,000. So you have that perspective. From your father's nobility, you also know that there's another reason why Kadimki Kadam is a fortified city, and that's because there are mining operations close by, and that the theocracy taxes the different noble families who own the mines. So that's a revenue stream for them. So it's in the best interest of the government to protect those mining operations from the barbarian hordes. The other threat to that area is another barbarian horde who not just move around in that area, but all over the region, and they're the Koshin. And the Koshin are a Dwarven barbarian horde. They do raids mostly on the move, like smaller hamlets and caravans. They typically don't attack villages or towns. Anything with real fortification or a militia, they avoid. So they basically stick to the wilds. But in your insight, you remember that the original civilization that was built in the location where that's currently where Kadimki Kadam is now, was a monastery. So, you know, piecing together as you guys are talking to this guy, it makes sense to you now, but there's still a little bit of a mystery because that monastery hasn't existed for centuries. So, do you guys give him a piece of paper and a quill and a pen?
Yeah.
Do you have that written down on your character sheet?
I have paint stuff.
Oh, you do?
So you can paint on the ground.
Can we do a stake in the ground?
Yeah. This is like loose dirt and gravel.
Okay, yeah, just draw a stick then.
Put a little paint.
So you give him some of your paint and a paintbrush,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like,
Who should we ask him? Has the monastery returned in some form? The like chapel of the void
So,
or
like,
whatever.
Before you guys do that, do you two want to like fill us in so our characters know all the stuff
I
you
thought
know?
we were just kind of saying it out loud. Okay.
well, you can do that.
I
You
can
say,
I can fill them in well. He's
Okay.
I'll just say all that stuff.
okay, so you fill them in.
Yeah.
All right, so he seems unsure of how to explain. He's like,
Is it like?
Are we giving him like the paint stuff yet?
Yeah.
So we can
He-
write it down.
yeah, he looks at the paintbrush and the paint, and he's like,
Do you have the original location of where the chapel was?
so he
underground?
draws like a mountain and like little outline silhouettes of the buildings, and then he draws like a circle under the mountain.
Okay.
So it's like a mole people situation. Yes, mole people are real. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay.
So
That's
Thank
good.
God for
What
mole
else do we
people.
want to ask?
So are the Void monks here on like a mission, or are you guys just kind of like throughout the country?
Why have you returned?
Like mission? Mission.
Why are you out to get us?
He's
He
just
looks
following
at
us.
you and he points to the one paint that you gave him, and he's like,
Hand over some more
Can
paint.
I like help? Oh, he needs more paint. I'm
yeah.
gonna try to give him more.
So he begins to get. He takes some green, like some green paint, and he kind of draws like a little landscape line, and then he draws with some blue. He draws like these little outlines, and then he draws around it. And basically, as he's painting, and he's not a proficient painter, so I'm gonna roll. You see basically like a child's painting of what looks like a human woman with hair that's all blue, and then big eyes that are blue.
That'd be the water lady. Whose name I forget.
Vusaq.
Vusaq.
Yeah.
Vusaq.
No, that's from
Hinduism. Yeah.
And then he points with the brush to her eyes.
You're looking for the eyes of Vusaq, which are no.
Monks are.
He takes some more color, and now he draws like another face with absurdly pointy ears and yellow hair.
Oh shoot, what's the elf one?
The blonde elf.
Oh, okay.
my God.
Oh, he's looking
that
for
the
the
air
eyes
one?
of Vusaq. The elf is looking for the eyes of Vusaq, and that would have been a request if we had done it.
Let's go find him and get him.
Come
Oh
on.
my God.
So
Why are you
are
fighting
you?
me? It's not my
what?
fault.
What?
He bad. He's
He's
bad.
bad. Okay,
He's
that's what I was
evil.
about to ask.
That's why they were following him. We killed the good guys.
Why'd you say that out loud?
Why'd you say that part? Sorry, dude. We're big sorry about it.
Oh, see, he's all about those checks and balances thing. We're fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
the guys we shoved down the sewer were good.
Don't tell him that. He didn't see that part.
he's
oh, the
okay.
void.
It
The
was.
void.
It was
Yeah.
side talk.
So the void
Comes from and
doesn't care
returns
about
to
that.
the void. Yeah.
The people
Much.
we mercifully killed.
It was
The
all
people
like
we return to the
performance.
void.
We return to the void.
Wow.
Okay,
Start.
so
So he points again. He points at
Nice.
the blonde elf, and then he
okay,
points at the eyes.
so he's out for the eyes.
Isn't this a
Are
Christian
you
scam?
us?
It is.
Us?
It's the snow elf eyes.
He points to the elf,
Yeah.
and then he points to you guys, and then he points to the eyes.
You want us to go get the eyes? You get what?
The-
He points to the blonde elf. Then you
We have to
guys.
stop him from getting the eyes.
Okay.
We have to kill him.
Or get the eyes first.
Find.
No, don't get the eyes.
Kill him.
We want to leave the eyes where they are.
Well, why don't we take the eyes?
Where are the eyes and how would we
Time.
take them?
Why don't
Too much power.
The eyes are like, is there like
No,
a
no,
balance
no.
thing, and there's like a statue with each of the gods, and all of them are important?
So we set up traps
So
along the way.
we should leave all of them where they are,
traps.
or it'll
And we take
mess
him
shit
with
up.
us because he knows like
It'll disrupt
all
the
the
void.
paths to
Void.
get
It'll
into
disrupt the
eyes.
balance. And it'll. What?
So are the void like things underground?
He does this
So
first.
confused.
Okay, so that's
He
water.
points to the ground.
3 stories
Starts-
down?
Ground. That's the ground god.
Okay, ground god is.
The god, the earth.
Remember
It's a
this.
3-1. I'm trying. On. Okay,
Water.
water.
This is water.
God.
This.
Wind.
Fire.
Fire.
Wind.
Air.
Air. The void.
Void.
Okay. Everyone everyone has remember their
all
own.
Hold on.
I got the.
This
I
is
got
wind.
Water. I
Air.
thought this was water.
Okay, let's just remember what
This
order
is
it goes in. It
water.
goes earth,
Sean's
Earth.
the void.
water,
This is wa-
fire,
Easy.
air.
I want the fire one.
Okay, it just goes. Wait,
Uh,
is that the order of the Avatar?
I can do.
ones?
I can do air.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, I have air.
Oh,
Water.
I said that thing
air,
on fire. I want fire.
right?
I'll do.
That's the exact
water.
opposite version
I
of
got water.
Avatar.
I
Can we
got
just
water.
do it in Avatar order?
Nah, we're
Too
good.
late.
This guy doesn't
This
know
is
what
air.
avatar is.
This is water.
I'm just
right?
gonna
Okay.
write it down.
Question.
Nope. All right. Well.
Will you come with us to help restore your honor, like Avatar?
Just like avatar.
No,
and
just stop.
help stop the blonde elf from reaching the eyes of.
Let's do it.
A
Lead
new
us.
party member.
Do we have
Cool.
like a time frame on the eyes thing? Oh yeah, he wants it in the next 2 days.
He's going to be looking for new adventures.
Kill the new adventurers.
We're going to have to find another
God
party.
wants it.
He points up to the moon.
Oh,
We're gonna
like
ditch
now,
all of
like
our
tonight.
stuff in the
Fight the season.
We have to do this tonight, like right now.
He points to the moon. And he
So like
points to
when
you
the
guys.
sun
Full moon?
rises.
but
Full moon?
Only at
Moon?
night only on moon time.
Moon time.
The eyes only
Dark
like
vision.
glow at night or something.
Dark vision.
Yeah.
I have
No,
dark
that's
vision.
I have dark vision.
Do I have dark vision?
I can
Yes.
see it.
I don't.
Haha.
Right?
See.
I
So-
don't
Okay.
know.
He
I
points
can't
to the
see.
blonde elf again,
Elf man.
and then he points to the moon.
Wait, the elf only works at night.
Yeah, yeah. He has
Right?
to do it at night, and we
He's
By
got
the next
tonight
full
tomorrow.
moon. The next
So
full
remember the
moon.
elf
No.
wanted to
A
meet
full
us at
month.
night.
We have a month. I don't know when the moon cycles.
We have.
Wait, we can go
one
back.
night. One night. We have one day to do this.
Yes.
That took us way
What
too
about
long
the
to
stuff
figure
we
out.
left at the.
Guys,
That's 2 days. We have 2
what
days
if
to get
he's
that.
lying to us and the blonde elf is good and he's bad?
Well, we already killed 2 of them, so we can
Yeah.
just kill a
Okay.
3rd one.
Okay.
Because I know people on YouTube will be like, you should have had her roll. Go ahead and roll insight. If you suspect that he's
No, I don't. I'm just
Not
making
telling you
sure.
the
Can we
truth.
just all roll inside?
You can roll
Mine's
insight.
like
Yeah,
5.
anybody can roll insight.
I'd
That's
love
fine.
to roll
Oh, I
I'm telling you
could
what
try.
you
I
got.
got-
Paul just got a 20.
I got
What is
15.
going on?
Hold on.
I got 15 plus 5, which is
Oh, I
20.
got
Oh,
it.
do you
Yeah,
realize
failed.
like if you were
Whatever.
rolling this well at like a tournament at like GaryCon,
They'd
for
like
example,
ban you. They'd be like,
that they would be
"He's-"
like, those dice are loaded.
Catch me at GaryCon. I will
Okay.
be there.
Come
I
visit
got
Carl at
15
Gary Con. He'll
plus
find
5
things.
bonus, so 20.
I got
21.
15.
Insight.
Everybody who rolls over a 15, you're very confident that this guy is not lying to you.
Yes.
Like it seems that
Carl
every
reads his
component of
mind.
what he's said so far has been very accurate and true.
I crit failed.
Alright.
Yeah, I could field.
Well, you're like, he's lying, and everybody else was like, no, he's not, Trixie.
Shut up, Anna.
All right, Trixie.
Trixie.
So
Wait, I had something to say. Oh yeah. There's
it
like
is now approximately 11 o'clock at night.
We should.
You are in an alley with a man that has no tongue. And what do you do?
Favorite trick.
I want to
Friday night.
ask
It
him.
didn't have my time.
Does the elfman have a name?
My man.
You guys are gross.
Can't you just write it with the paint?
We have to. We have to go.
He seems confused about who you're asking names
Oh,
about.
I don't
the
know.
blonde elf man, the sexy man.
What?
No.
You don't know his name. Okay,
Is
so
it
we're just
this?
gonna have to keep calling him the hot elf man.
Or just
Blonde.
elf.
Or just the elf.
What if we
I'd like
How
to
long
know
is
which
go
ones
back
are
and try and
attractive.
find that
You're
man?
like, boy.
And be like,
is
we're
looking
late.
for the eyes?
We're late,
and
but we'll
then
look for your
Turn
eyes.
against him at the last minute.
I love
And
betrayal.
then we find the eyes.
Yeah.
Just you wait.
Well, I guess if we see him along the way,
We'll
don't
be-
immediately try to kill him because we can just like
Infiltrate.
say like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we were looking for you,"
We'll be double agents for you.
and then just turn on him.
Do you think we should go back to where he's waiting and see if he's still?
Is it worth?
It's been
if
too long.
long. Worth going to jail
It's not
for?
worth it.
Well, because it's
not
right.
worth
Like
it.
Also,
he's
there's
expecting
a-
us right now. We
Hey,
gotta
gray man. You know where we go for this thing? Like
Where
you know,
would the blonde elf be going
like
right now?
He points to the picture of the water goddess.
like can you take us there though?
Oh.
Okay, so let's just go
No,
there.
let's go.
actually, you guys know where the temple is.
Oh,
I
I
told
do?
you, it's
Yeah.
very famous. Like
Oh.
it's the
Let's go
it's
there.
basically like the Sears Tower of this town. Like it's
Oh.
the place
Welcome
that
to
every.
Chicago.
Let's go.
Chicago.
I didn't
Yeah,
know it
like-
was like.
So we're
in
not
this
going
place.
back because we can. There is because you
Dumb.
two were disguised and I have disguises. So you just take off that stuff and like we could go
Ah.
back, but we don't have to. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like this new thing.
It would be,
Do we want to just go to the temple?
Yeah.
Let's
Temple,
move on.
temple.
Okay.
Alright.
but the drama.
I will find drama.
Okay, we'll find
The
drama.
tea is
Good
already
idea.
piping.
We're
All
gonna
right.
go to your water temple
I guess we're going.
Be
with
water.
Vishnu.
If we go there, can we like sleep? Can we take a nap?
Do we have to?
We don't have time.
We haven't
have
slept,
one. We have
but we
one
can
day.
sleep later.
He seems to be thinking, and he's like. He points to the picture of the water goddess, and then he points to himself, and then he's like,
Excuse me.
Titties? What? Her titties? The water goddess's titties.
They will revive you from your sleep deprivation.
They have magical powers to light the book.
Are there nuns?
I get it because
Wait,
female.
what?
So there's water goddess nuns. And
That
we
will give
can
us
take a nap.
refuge. They'll give us refuge. Maybe I believe in God.
We'll
Don't
find
worry.
out.
I'm a religious man. We can do it.
I'm so confused right now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Go, onward.
Let's go.
Okay. So you guys begin following the man,
Wait,
and
wait.
he's walking back
I
up
should
north.
erase those pictures.
You guys know that the direction he's walking back towards kind of puts you close to the Plaza District,
Oh no.
Yeah.
where you nearly burned down the Reeves Manor. Because to get to the temple, you kind of have to go north of that district. So he's not going directly towards it, but he's kind of going up north and around
Is this your
towards it.
plan? Do you really not have a second backup plan?
I have
You wanna-
1,000
You
backup
want us
plans.
just to go back to this town?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I was
that's
like,
not what
okay,
I'm
so
saying.
basically
You guys
you end up
decided
in
what
the
you wanted to
town.
do.
You go out
following
hunting,
your
you
lead.
get confused and go back to town.
Can we go farther
I'd like to go to the
around?
market. The market's closed, so you go to town.
We shouldn't waste time because we do only have a day. I say we just go the path he has us on. If we get too
We're
close,
gonna get
we
arrested
can use
and
disguises because
executed.
we have a plan.
Bill's
So-
gonna get us arrested.
Here's
We'll
what
be
I'm going to
fine.
describe. Okay, you guys
shit.
walk for probably a half an hour because you can't go directly there because that would take you right through the area where you.
Lit everything on
Just
fire and
work.
killed some dudes.
At a certain point, as you're walking around that area, you hear the sound of horse cluck clop cluck clop plop 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 plop, and
my
it
God.
sounds like 2 or 3 horses.
Oh, I can do something.
And
else.
by the way, it's like 11:30, 11:45 at night, so
can
typically
hide.
you don't hear horses riding through
Wait,
town at
can
this
I use
hour.
my dark vision to look at them?
Yeah, we
You,
we all
you
do.
see down the street that there are at least 3 militia people on horses
oh
coming
my
towards
God. I know what
you
to do.
guys.
We have to hide.
I want to use minor
could
illusion.
hide.
No, I want to use
We're
minor
all out of
illusion
costume.
Okay.
to cast. Let's see. What's
We're all out
something
of
really
dark.
suspicious?
Drugs.
Right now they're looking for like a priest
We
and
don't.
his 2
Wait,
priest
we don't
people.
know if they're looking for us.
Okay,
We
well,
only know that they're out there.
They probably are.
I mean,
a
probably.
15 and a
But
17, so that's not looking good.
I say we.
They kill us.
You guys are
Mm.
like you notice this click clop, and Grey Robe like taps you on the shoulder, and he's like, and he points to an alley, and he goes in the
Okay,
alley
yeah,
and he
let's
hides.
go.
okay, so
Hide.
while
Okay.
we're hiding, can I still cast minor illusion
Sure.
just as a suspicious figure with a very large bloody knife running away
Where?
in front of the guys? I want it to dash out of an alley in
Like
front
if
of
we
them
go
and
right,
run
the guy goes
into a
left.
different alley.
Okay, so you find an alley kind of 30 feet away. You kind of wait for the opportune moment, and then you cast it. Okay, so you guys, after the constables like flee the area, chasing after this weird illusion, you guys follow Grey Robe. You continue moving forward, and in the distance, you see the Temple of Vusaq as you're approaching. The temple, the large building, is made of stone. It has numerous towers and turrets, and it's surrounded by a moat, but not like a gross muddy moat at a castle, but almost like a nice little flowing water feature with like rocks and stuff, and it looks almost like there are natural springs, like fountains almost.
Is it holy?
Yes, if you had the
I want to
detect
swim in
holy
it.
spell, you know that could be the end of your life if you did that.
Do it, Anna.
Everybody without even having religion knows that.
Is it the river Styx?
Oh, that's
No,
more
like
River Leaf?
people would kill you for going in the sacred water. There's nothing magical
But I
about
want. I want to be blessed.
I'd like to drink the water, please.
it.
Like stepping on that little thing in the
And
front of
even
you.
guys, even like 100 yards around are all these beautiful water gardens. Like there are some where there's like little lily ponds. And by the way, there are like candles and like little lanterns and stuff
Floating?
hanging like all around. So even at nighttime,
Like in
it's
Harry Potter.
it's the water picks up like the glint of the light off the moon and
Is
from
it?
the
Is it
candles.
all holy?
The grounds around the temple are considered sacred. Now you know that like visitors are welcome all the time, but as you guys start to approach, you notice that there are a number of priestesses who are holding weapons and wearing armor, and they're kind of in defensive positions all around the temple.
Not wearing very much
That
armor.
doesn't
The Grey
sound
Robe
right.
like points to them and he's like,
Eh.
Oh.
Good.
Hi, ladies.
Carl can
Roll
flirt with
charisma.
them.
Just passing through to
Wait,
pay our tributes to the god.
Before we try to flirt
Goddess.
with them,
Yep.
are they
Not
like?
done yet.
Are they the kind of nuns that got like the chastity thing going on? Or are they like?
I think
different
that's
kind
just a
of
nun
priestesses?
thing.
Okay, that's a nun
I can
thing.
change that.
you can make a religion roll.
Wait, but like
What are we?
priestesses, I messed that up.
Yeah, they're priestesses.
But are they like?
Can
ones
I
where
make
they-
a religion roll?
Yeah, you make a religion roll.
I was excited.
What's your fifth? What's your bonus?
11.
All right, Carl, you know that that at a temple to Vusaq, there would be priestesses of Vusaq. And it would appear, based on their armor and their weaponry, that they are trained for defensive purposes to protect the temple. That's what you would know based
They're
on
in
that
defensive
roll.
position. They're not prompting to attack us, so I say we just pass through. You know, we're just
They're probably
people
going to
coming the
attack
church.
us if we pass through.
As you guys
It's an
get
open
within
place.
25 feet, one of the priestesses holds her blade to the side and she's like, "Stop there. We are not accepting visitors tonight. You may return in the morning."
We wish to pay tribute now.
We've been called to you by.
Vusaq.
Vusaq. It's Vusaq.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
Nomadic Barbarian King.
Roll deception.
You're so
You okay?
stupid.
Sean, we totally have this.
Sean, we had it.
Just let me do it. My friend here is an idiot. He's confused. He has no idea what he's talking about.
We're trying to
pay
help him.
tribute the Lordess herself,
Lady.
whatever. She called us to
She
adventure.
called us specifically because our friend is very sick in the mind.
She's also sick in the mind. Just let us pay tribute, guys.
She's like, "No, you can come back tomorrow.
Guys.
We are
Roll a deception. It is tomorrow right now.
20." She's like,
becomes
"We are
yesterday.
not allowing any visitors tonight.
Why not?
I'm
Carl,
sorry.
you need to start flirting with them.
What about in the morning?
I assure you that you can return in the morning to seek healing. But tonight we are closed."
But are you open?
Carl, that is just so persuasive. Go ahead, roll.
I have a +7, so let's
Yeah.
just. Oh, it's gonna be not a good one. It's 12.
She's like, "No."
Here are 2 bottles of wine.
She's like, "Why are you so persistent? What is it that you want?"
We love the Lordess herself.
Lady.
Wait.
Lordess.
Why don't we just tell
Lotus.
them why we're here? We're here for good things.
Stay
Wait,
here.
wait, why can't we warn them and have them all be on our side?
Yeah.
So one of them walks up to her and is like,
That's not how we do things. I don't have a sword.
and then
This is
and then
hard.
the priestess who is talking to you nods, and
my
she's
sword.
like, You weren't hired to come here for any particular reason, were you?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy because this.
You
no.
are the least persuasive
Just all
persuasion.
Skyrim.
Yes. This is just.
We were actually asked to do the opposite of stealing. This.
Oh my God.
You didn't say anything about stealing. We actually
I
aren't
forget what
stealing.
Bill
We've
said.
heard word
retracts her
of a
statement.
man that is looking to destroy and hurt your religion and your temple. We have come to protect it, for we believe heavily in
Where is
your
this
God.
man?
We do not know at the moment.
Yes,
What does
we
he
do.
look like?
He's staying at an
Blonde
inn.
elf.
Blonde elf.
Blonde
He's
elf man.
hot.
What inn is he staying at?
The one
Hardy
across
Oak?
from the Rusty
Hardy
Flagon.
Oak.
The Hardy Oak.
Yeah,
one
the
that's
Hardy
across
Oak.
from it.
We don't know if he's still there.
We
though.
don't know though.
But we
Wait
were
here.
worried. Oh,
She goes over to one of the other sisters and is like,
I'll show you guys sister.
I'll
the
show
other
you a
sister
Hardy Oak.
snaps her finger, and 4 of them take off. Just take the ones
Oh
out
my
of there.
God. I thought they were gonna attack us.
They take off
Please
in
no.
the direction of
The Hardy Oak.
the Hardy Oak.
Great. So they're
Cool.
not going to find him there.
And
Now
Oh
we
my
can
God.
take
They
this,
don't find
this
him there.
No,
gentleman,
because I said
who
you might have
unfortunately
left.
can't speak, through a long game of charades, asked us to protect the statue.
Isn't he with us? Can't we show him?
Yeah.
He can write on the ground
yeah,
again.
she looks at him and she's like, "Are you a monk?" And the guy's like,
He's smiling. He's happy to be here.
"Are you a void monk?" And he's like,
I like how he seems to have gotten stupider as he got with us.
"How long have you been with this man?"
Like an hour.
18 years.
Stand back, all of you now, or we'll be forced to fire upon you.
Oh.
Stand back.
Get your weapons ready. Weapons ready.
I still got my
Sisters.
armor thing.
Prepare the bows.
Wait, dude, what? What's wrong with
Stand back.
What?
Gonna fall.
No, we're on the ground.
What's wrong with this
On your
guy?
knees. All of you
What?
now will
Defensive
be
position.
forced to fire upon you.
Okay.
Get down here. Get down here. Get down here. Comply. Comply.
Does anyone not comply?
No.
No!
Sean, comply.
I'm gonna die. Willie?
You see a row of 6 female archers just knocking arrows,
I don't
like getting
comply.
ready.
Oh my god!
What?
I don't comply either.
She's like, this is your last chance.
I'm
On
down.
your knees now,
If the
or
boys
you
are
will be
compliant,
shredded.
I'm not
I am actively trying to drag them down. I'm trying to get them down.
Stop. Anna and I cannot continue this adventure alone.
We
So if you
comply.
guys die,
You comply?
Wait.
I hold up the wooden box from the Reeves house.
You don't have that.
fun.
We put it
I
in the
didn't put it in
box.
the thing.
Oh, I thought you put it in the...
No, my little one that I stole.
Okay.
We put
Why
our
are you
stuff in
giving
there.
them stolen
I
goods?
Like, here's an offering.
I hate
Save
this
this man.
so much.
I don't even know what's in it.
The show is
I'm risking it.
canceled.
I hold my 5
She's
candles.
like, set the box down and kneel, and we'll consider
I
it.
hand them a
Neil,
pickup
now we
line.
know.
Oh, okay, fine.
Now we know.
Neil.
D&D is canceled.
Do not draw your weapons. If you make any movements towards your weapons, we will fire on you. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah, we're
ma'am.
good.
Yeah.
So like,
Now, all of you who
Sleight of
are
hand
not a
my
void monk, crawl slowly towards me.
Okay, so we crawl. Crawl.
I do the worm.
Sean.
Sean, low-key bring the Void Monk with you.
So the void
No.
monk it stays like where he's at. By the
They're
way,
dead.
I'm not going to make you make a perception roll, but you guys look at the void monk, and he doesn't seem like worried or anything. He's like,
So like,
I think that's because he's okay with that.
can you
though.
water ladies please tell us what's happening?
silence. All in due time.
Okay, don't say anything.
She has not broken her. She's like looking at you through her peripheral, but she's staring directly at the void monk. Like, you guys also notice all
set
the
anything
archer.
up.
Don't do anything.
By the way, all the archer people are not aiming directly at you. They're aiming at the void monk.
I
They're
stand
like
up
holding
slowly.
their
I
bows.
take my box back.
I want to stand up
Stop
slowly.
it.
She's like, sit down, tiefling, or we'll put 6 arrows into your brain.
I am a man of the Lord, just
She
like
goes, sit
you.
down. Sit
I
down.
love God. Right?
So I'm sitting
Carl,
Sit down,
I
sit down,
pull, I
sit down.
pull Carl down.
He pulls me down.
I like grab him by the shoulder and push
You have a
him down.
smart friend, even if he is a half-orc.
Salutation.
That's racist.
I killed him.
Can I quickly
How
carve a
long
statue?
have you been with this void monk? Answer me.
About a
An
half
hour.
hour. Half an hour.
Half
Half an
hour.
Half an hour.
Not long.
Did you drink anything that he gave you?
No.
No.
Did you
No.
eat anything that he gave you?
No.
No.
Why?
Did you give him anything personal of yours?
No.
paint.
Yes.
My paint.
Yes.
My paint. No.
Is that personal?
My paint.
Was it personal or was it a start?
She goes, sister, bring the halfling into the temple.
Oh my
Don't kill me.
One of the women walks up with a sword.
can't kill
and she's like, up now.
Oh God.
Now.
So I go. Oh, I go. I go. I thought that
Okay.
was
Right,
Our
so
friend,
they
our
take
friend.
you in. They take
Yeah.
you into the temple.
Oh my
my
God.
God.
The rest of you guys are all outside.
Don't kick me off the
There
show.
are only 5 left.
4.
I thought
Oh
there were
wait.
6
Yeah.
archers.
It was the priest.
Oh, 6. Never mind.
Where are you taking our friend?
Like, can you please tell us like anything? This is very confusing. I've had a
It's
rough
possible
night.
that she could be in danger.
Like what kind?
what is
Well,
that?
all I did was give him my paint.
She will be purified. Did any
Purified
of you,
how?
Did
Purified
any,
how?
Did any of the rest of you give the void monk anything personal?
Did we?
I don't remember.
I don't think
No.
so.
No.
No,
Who-
negative.
Did anyone offer him a drink?
She used her spell, but that wasn't on
That was
him.
on herself.
Nah, it's on me. So that's fine.
Nothing.
Did, you
Did
give
he
him
whisper any words to you, any of you?
He
Yeah,
can't. He has no
yeah.
tongue.
Carl.
He didn't whisper nothing.
Oh.
I'm going to ask one more time. Did he whisper any words
No.
to any
No,
of
I,
you?
we heard no words. We
He
heard
has
no
no
whispers.
tongue.
He's a mute.
I'm aware that he has no tongue.
He did not whisper.
doesn't mean
None
that
of
he
us
did
No
were
whisper.
whispering.
No whisper.
Nope. And none of you gave him anything personal.
No, ma'am.
And you've been with him for less than 1 day.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
He did say something.
What did he say?
Wait here.
Wait. Before you go, like when you say purified, like not.
She's not going anywhere. She's literally staring at the void monk, and the other archers are all still like they have their bows trained at him and
What is
ready,
he doing?
ready
Just
to knock him
standing
out.
there?
He's literally standing there like,
He's gonna like kill him or something. It's gonna be
No.
some Matrix shit.
and he just like shrugs and he's just
Okay, but,
waiting
like-
patiently.
So
When you say
All right,
purified,
Heather, you
like
go inside the
Yeah.
Oh, God.
temple.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Inside the temple are
Yeah.
these ornate like white columns, and there are like one fountain after another, and there's these big, like almost like baptismal, like bowls and
Basins.
basins and like
You're gonna lose your memory.
gorgeous like vines and stuff. And you see
my
one
God.
priestess who is like
I hope you're not gonna like die.
a little bit older than the other ones that you saw outside,
I think so too. That's why we
Fucking kill me.
and she's standing next to the statue of the water goddess.
Okay.
And you notice the statue of the water goddess, by the way, like must have some kind of magic or pump system because there's water flowing out from the top down the statue,
like the hair.
like her hair. And in the orbs of the statue, you see two brilliant, glowing blue crystals. They're not just like blue crystals. They're literally like
Okay.
emitting light.
That would be the eyes.
Yes.
Let's
Thank
take
you.
them.
Roll for perception.
I don't
So
know about that.
she's like, "Were you the one who may have been infected?
Yeah. I give him the paint.
That's me.
That's me.
Remove all of your clothes and bathe yourself in that
Okay.
in that
In
basin."
what?
Can I come back?
She points to a basin.
Oh.
So the water
Like
that
a small
comes down
school
from
boy.
the statue cascades
Oh.
into a pool. So basically, she waits for you to do that, and she points to the basin.
Okay, so I
The-
go.
You go in.
Yeah.
The water is kind of cold, but it's fine.
Oh, okay. You made that sound awful.
I know.
It is boiling.
I was like, I'm gonna die.
There's more to come.
And we'll find out. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So you get into the basin.
Yeah.
You submerge. She's like, submerge yourself completely.
Okay.
She's like
a
pointing at
baptism.
you with her sword.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You go in all the way. You come back out. She's like looking at you suspiciously. Okay. She reaches over and pulls out like a towel and sets it down on the ground. You dry off. She's like, you appear to have been not infected.
Okay.
What is your name, little one?
Milo.
Milo third.
Nice shot.
And why are you and your friends here?
Because the Void Monk took us here because he said that
He spoke to you?
well he painted.
Ah, I see.
We gave him the paint and we asked him a bunch of questions and he explained that there's the blonde elf that we were supposed to meet because we thought the blonde elf was good, and the blonde elf told us that
This is the person who,
I'm so confused.
the blonde elf is the person who you said was at the Hardy Oak.
Yes. And he told us that he needed us for a mission. We didn't know what it was, and we were going to meet him. But then before we were going to meet him, we ran into the Void Monk, who painted to us that the blonde elf was bad and was coming to take the eyes of the goddess.
The Void Monk said that the blonde elf was taking the eyes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Why do you
can
feel
say
like this
I'm
is?
so
Why do you
confused.
feel like you could trust the Void Monk?
Because he seemed like a nice guy. I don't know. We thought the blonde elf was bad then, because he painted us this whole thing about how the blonde elf was bad, and we trusted him because we didn't know the blonde elf.
Does this blonde elf have a name?
No, we don't know his name.
You will return outside and sit with your friends.
Okay. This is like scary. I don't like this.
So you go back outside. One of the other guards walks you back down there. You guys see, like, after waiting like quietly for several minutes, like nothing happens, just total standoff. Milo comes back out with like wet hair, but basically okay.
Hey Milo, what's up?
Okay.
You still have like you
So
still
I
have
tell them.
medals?
Can I tell them?
You're sitting in a line. Nobody says anything.
So I just look at them and tell them that they purified me, so I'm not infected.
Wait, so
Were you
in
infected?
like a creepy purification, like satanic ritual type
No,
thing,
like
or
a baptism.
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That sounds fun.
You still have your memories,
Yes, I think.
like all your body parts.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're good then. We're good.
We would expect no less from the all-powerful Vishnu, or what is
The honeysuck.
From the Lord Honeysuck.
Vusaq.
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 Thank you for purifying our friend.
Can we like get a heads up now on what's happening, please?
We are awaiting the return of our sisters.
For what?
We sent them to the Hardy Oak to investigate.
He's not
this.
gonna be there, and they're gonna come
blonde
back and
elf.
get so mad at us.
And if he's
we
not
fight him
there,
now,
like what's
then
gonna
we won't
happen to
have
us?
four
We'll probably kill you.
Fuck.
We're gonna die.
If he's, wait, they're gonna kill us if he's not there?
He's definitely not there.
He probably left by now.
We need an escape plan.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys wait another 10 minutes or so.
Oh my god.
Bring them back.
Oh
Oh my
god.
god. Oh my god.
Okay.
All
Is this
four-
the end of the season?
All four of the sisters return.
Hey, does this
Don't
sitting
do
down
that.
count as a rest?
It counts as you've been resting for about 30 minutes, which does not count as a long enough short rest. Sorry, Rip.
Oh, I was surrounded.
So you notice that they seem fine, like there's no blood or scratches or marks or anything. The lead one goes up to the head of the sisters who has you guys captured and whispers something in her ear, and she's like, and the other sister thinks about it, and she's like,
Can I open the box while I'm just sitting here? Like, maybe there's
do
something
you
in
play
there.
the flute?
Oh my god! Yes!
Boosted his ego
That's
in real
me!
life.
Carl,
Oh,
be
wait.
very careful.
Yes.
They're gonna
My
shoot
sister says that
Fuck.
you attended a party at the Reeves tonight.
Yeah, I did. Just yeah.
Were you aware that the Reeve was an attempt was made on his life, that he was poisoned?
Yeah, Carl, just say
I-
that only you went.
I went with my religious followers, who I have since dropped off. But yes, I was aware. I saw him spit out something that he had drank, and then the building was on fire, and I fled.
Roll deception, Carl. And then you hit one of those 20s again.
What's my deception
Can I
plus
investigate
7?
whether or not they like the Reaver?
Oh shit!
Wait a
Carl's
second.
luck has run out.
13.
13.
13.
Oh, maybe it hasn't run out. She's like, huh. Well, that is in line with what my sister just told me.
That's good, because it's true.
But apparently the constables are looking all over town for a group of bandits who not only tried to poison the Reeve, but tried to burn down the manor and apparently stole quite a bit of items.
So you like flute music, huh?
What's wrong
Well,
with you?
I asked because the rumor was that there were two bards that had performed that night. One was the well-known Derek the Golden Throat.
I was about to say.
and the other was a tiefling that was playing the flute,
I
and I just thought it was a coincidence that
I'm a tiefling that plays. I also play the bagpipes and the guitar, and also Derek. I've heard, not a good guy. Hates
enough.
God.
Be silent.
Okay.
Believes in God, just hates him.
My sisters did not find this blonde elf.
Did-
However,
Okay.
they did say that the innkeeper said that there was a man that had stayed there during the day, and that he left precisely at 11 p.m.
Shoot.
Can you even
That's
wait
when
like
we-
an extra minute?
And we can tell him that we were supposed to meet him at 11, and he said that if we didn't meet him by 11, he would leave
And
because
find a new
he would find
crew.
new people to carry out his mission.
That-
So we didn't
yep.
go meet him because we
Yep.
thought he was bad.
Because we met the monk.
Is he bad?
You hear a voice from the window of the temple call down, "Akara, bring them up. I wish to speak to them." You notice that the voice is the same as the woman that spoke to you inside.
Oh man, she's like. the
So
happiest or something.
she looks at you guys and she's like, "Sisters, take them in. Leave your weapons, all of them."
Okay, so we leave
Do you
our
guys
weapons?
leave your
yeah,
weapons?
leave your
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah.
I'm leaving my weapons.
But
I,
not my
I can
flute.
catch magic weapons.
keep
I
You
don't-
guys, ascend the marble stairs and you enter the temple.
Is the gray guy coming or is he staying out?
No.
Is he dead?
All of the other priestesses still have him surrounded
Matt,
and
what
have
do you
their
do?
arrows
Put all
aimed
those-
at
grab
him
that one.
and their
Put all
weapons.
those back now.
Yeah, so it's literally just you guys and the high priest. All the other priestesses are outside and
No, leave
have
that
them-
one, leave that one, leave that
No,
one.
I want the blonde one to be the high priest.
No.
You can't just change
The one
it.
with the big sword pointing
this
up
one.
and the perky ponytail is the high priestess.
Why is it so perky?
She's the high priestess.
Magic.
All right, so you guys enter, and she's looking at you, and she's like, you came here to protect the eyes of Vusaq,
Yeah, pretty much.
Why are you
Stop
speaking Russian?
Russian.
and you speak true to me. You do not attempt to deceive.
Yes.
We
speak
have
truthfully.
nothing better to do.
I believe you, and in turn, I will ask you for a favor.
Okay. Yeah. What's up?
This blonde elf, who you claim the Void Monk had said was interested in the eyes of Vusaq, do you think you could find him?
Yes.
I mean,
It is imperative that you find him before the morning,
Ah.
because if he is able to find others to do his work for him, and they try to assault the temple tonight, we could be in great trouble.
We have to do it.
We need your help as well.
And what could you ask of me?
We need weapons.
You would have your weapons.
Can we have
We
better
need a
ones?
magical weapon.
Yeah.
I do not have that kind of magic.
Can you
Give us one guard.
Oh yeah.
Alternatively,
some
can you
kind of
like
ward that would
bottle
help
up some
us?
of the healing water? We can take it with in case there's some kind of other
I
contingency.
can give you healing,
I got my wine bottles. I can just.
but I cannot spare any of my guards, because if an attack is made on the temple, I need all of
Not just
my
one?
sisters.
Sounds like a cop out. Okay.
I mean,
But the water, we have the water.
If
Yeah, we
you
get water.
find the elf and you were able to
kill him.
find his location and send word back to us, I could send Akara to assist you. She
We
is
will
a
send
able
you
fighter.
You got
smoke
like
signals. 3 short bursts of smoke signals means.
Which of
that's
us knows how to
where
do
we are
smoke
when we found
signals?
him.
I'm sure
None of us-
Sean does. He knows
3.
Russian.
Your gnomish friend seems to forget that I cannot see smoke signals at nighttime.
he's
Fireworks.
human.
We don't have to fight.
We'll send you a flare. I'll
You-
make a flare.
Do you have a flare we can borrow?
He carves
By
a
which
flare.
I mean
Flare.
take.
What year is this?
We can start
Our
a
I can
flares
make a
invented?
flare.
Our flares.
Flares are
Wait,
good things.
Carl knows how to set fires. We can set a tree on fire.
The other thing I can do
I can
for
make a
you
flare.
is
Messenger.
Carl's real
seek
good at
a
making
pardon
fires.
on behalf
You
of
can't kill me.
Oh, baby.
the Temple of Vusaq for you from the Reeve, so that you are not beheaded.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We will
I
take
know
that.
that it
Thank
was
you.
all of you who were at the Reeves banquet.
It was Ralof that set the fire.
I know that you were together in this, and it is not. While I am disappointed in your actions,
That's not the first
I
time I've
do
heard that.
I do believe that all creatures are born with choice, and you must make a choice. You must choose which path you will follow. If you do us this favor, it will earn you a boon, and in return, I will find a way to excuse your poor decisions and request that the Reeve does not behead or imprison you.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Or you may leave now freely and not do us this favor, but you should know that the constabulary is searching the entire town.
Well, cocked teeth.
And they do know, or at least have a suspicion,
Sorry, Bill.
at least what I have gathered.
We could just flee the country.
Can we have a moment to discuss this
Of
proposition?
course.
Cool.
She walks over to the temple statue of Vusaq, and she seems to just be like meditating.
Can we like walk further away a
Yeah,
little bit?
it's a much bigger building than this
We're gonna
simple
go
piece of
here.
terrain could allow.
Okay.
What's
so,
up?
I think we should go for it.
Heather, or I'm sorry,
Milo.
Milo, what was your like bathing experience like? Was
It
it
was so weird.
It was fine.
in a non-flirtatious way?
You would describe it as refreshing?
Yeah, it was
Like
fine.
cold
It
water,
was cold water.
refresh-
So you did nothing
Not magical though?
No.
evil-ish?
No,
kinda
it was just like
a bath.
just bathing
Yeah.
in cold water.
Cool.
But like with
But I was
people
purified.
there.
And she said I wasn't infected.
So you weren't infected.
No.
Why? So we need to discuss real quick. Why do they hate the Void guy so much? Why do they think you were infected?
So they got
I
some
didn't
kind of.
ask.
Like, who do
feel
we
like-
trust? Do we trust the Void guy or do we
I
trust
think
these?
we trust these people.
I don't know. With the Void guy,
The Void
he's
guy's,
got something weird going on.
Void guy's weird.
He
doesn't
seems
have
like
a
a nice
tongue.
fellow.
He doesn't have a tongue.
Everyone has a tongue.
I mean, I feel like we
think
could at
something's
least
up.
find out why they hate him so much before we make a decision.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
Alternatively, we could just flee the country.
Hey, Akira, we would like to speak with you.
Akara.
Fuck me.
All right, wait. Akara's the name of
Akira.
like the captain of the priestess guard.
That one, right?
The
No.
high priestess has not given you her name.
Oh, okay, we need to talk to her.
Grand
Akira.
Priestess.
That's her name now.
Ma'am.
Call her pretty.
Hey, beautiful.
You may refer to me as mother.
Oh.
No.
I don't like
We're gonna
this.
stick with
Yes.
beautiful. Hi.
Mother.
That is against
What's
my
your deal with
religion.
the Void guy? Why don't you care for him? Why are you pointing arrows at him? You know.
Well, there are no void monks, or there shouldn't be, or there haven't been in several centuries.
So why does
Explain.
he say he's one?
Elaborate,
Why is-
please.
That's
He's just fake? Like he's just saying that?
Is he some kind of like?
Who's gonna cut?
We
open
don't
the
know, but
Oh.
we don't want to take any chances. You see,
Okay.
when there were void monks actively, they have a peculiar way of looking at the world. You see, they seek balance in all things.
Checks about
So
killed his friends.
sometimes their actions would be benevolent and helpful. Other times they would be the epitome of entropy, and to enact change, they would sometimes do horrible, destructive, or fateful things.
They did like our arson. He did like
They were
that.
called
So
the fire thing.
we are concerned that if this is in fact a real void monk, obviously we are concerned about our temple and the reverence for Our Lady Vusaq,
Fair
and
enough.
perhaps most importantly, the eyes of Vusaq, which are unique in all of Nuwaf Odmai. There are no other crystals like that.
I
We have
want.
to go.
Can
Those
I
are the
roll?
only
That's all.
elemental crystals.
helpful.
Can I roll insight to see if she's telling the truth?
Yes, anybody could.
Can I roll insight?
Well, I
I would
did.
also like to roll insight.
Sure.
as well.
That's
I
an
got a
11.
14.
I'm good. I trust her.
I got 7.
I got 19.
Wait, oh, plus 3. Was it 14?
19.
Okay, you guys think she's telling the truth.
Okay.
If you want to make an, does anyone have arcane?
Me.
Go ahead and roll.
What's our
19.
That's a 21.
I have her.
You have heard of elemental
4.
crystals.
Sean got a 20.
My 23.
You've heard of them before, both of you,
Yeah.
but like
Not me.
never seen them. They're not just uncommon. They're extraordinarily rare.
So it's feasible that this lady would believe they're unique.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You believe it because you've never heard of anything. The only thing that you've ever heard is that each god has
The monk
elemental
said.
crystals.
Yeah, the monk said there were other statues like this.
But do we trust the monk or do we trust the water people?
I mean.
Water people.
Water people.
Water people.
Okay, but what's up with the?
You guys are all from
people.
Kabul Kailash. You're from this region.
Yeah.
You know it's a like a theocracy, right? And you know that the dragonborn ruler of the theocracy is known as the Chosen of Water. Like they respect all of the gods, but Vusaq is kind of the
big one.
the patron mother, if you will, within this country, right? And you also know that like this temple is a huge draw. People make pilgrimage. Like they come from all over the region to venerate the lady and to visit the temple and to seek prayer and healing and all that stuff. You've never heard of the sisterhood or anything related to Vusaq as being evil.
Well, I didn't say evil, but
Well, I'm just saying that's you have no reason to distrust them.
then I want to ask
Okay.
the head priestess one more thing. Like, what do you mean by infected? Like, how could we be infected by whispers from a man who has no tongue?
There are
good
legends of void monks being able to control minds, being able to spread falsehoods, chaotic thoughts. There are just many rumors of their abilities, and they're very mysterious and unknown. There are stories about void monks corrupting the minds of monarchs and turning them from their paths of power and changing the course of history. That is part of what they did. That's part of the reason for their downfall.
Except apparently, they didn't really disappear.
Well, now you see my quandary. There's someone claiming to be part of an order that's been gone for centuries, standing outside of our temple.
There were 2 more of them.
I've seen 2 more.
Why didn't you say this before?
They're
She
dead.
seems somewhere between annoyed and wanting to murder you.
We don't.
We totally forgot. I'll be honest.
How are they dead? Where were they?
They were-
Tell me.
They were following the elf.
They're in the sewer, where the people just were.
Yeah, we killed
We
them.
dumped them.
You're welcome.
Oh, she's gonna kill us.
You should be thanking us.
You will take.
Deception.
She's like, or I could have you killed, but
Oh,
today
shit.
you're going to take Akara to this place,
Okay.
and you will do this now.
Oh God,
Do you have any disguises we can wear?
No,
I do.
We'll be fine. Let's
Okay.
go.
Wait, guys,
Just saying,
before we
the 5
go,
of us
listen.
together.
out of my sight.
Okay,
So you guys go
let's go.
outside, and Akara's like, take me to where you were talking about.
There's a camera.
Literally nothing's changed. Oh, I'm sorry. The Void Monk's like sitting down now. He looks kind of bored, and everybody
Oh.
still has arrows aimed at him.
Can I open my wooden box?
What is in your box?
Okay.
What's in it?
How do I open it?
You have to pick the lock.
Can I saw it with my saw? It's a wooden box.
Do you pull out a saw in front of the priestesses?
I-
Please say that you do.
Sean, don't
No,
do
stop it.
Wait, aren't they going to give us back our weapons anyway?
Later.
Uh-huh.
Do it later.
Okay, let's
Do we have them now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're just
Did I
there.
write? I brought a pickaxe. I totally
wait,
forgot.
Wait, no, you said please say. So I'm gonna
Sean?
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sean.
It is a tree.
Sean.
Because he wants you to get shot.
Stop it.
Sleight of hand.
Slide hand the saw.
So do you guys take Akara back to the
Yeah.
alley literally right behind the Rusty Flagon?
Yes.
Right across the street
Yeah,
from
but
the
before-
Reeves Manor that you tried to burn
No,
down?
no,
God.
we're gonna
Man.
chill in the woods for a second before we go over there. We're gonna get ourselves
Guy,
set up
hold
a
on.
bit.
I'm just saying, there used to be like 12 priestesses. There's only 1 now. We can put her in the sewer if we need to.
She looks like she could beat you up just by
am
herself
so
with one
confused.
hand tied behind her back.
Okay, listen. We're gonna go to this town. We're gonna show, what's her name?
Akara.
Akara. Yeah, Akara. The dead bodies, but we can't go in this town because we're wanted criminals for arson and murder.
But aren't we like free?
No, not
No,
yet. We have
not
to
yet.
win first, and,
And
then we're free.
that place is crawling with cops.
So here's what I got: 2 costumes and a disguise kit, right?
but we
Make a roll.
already wore them.
So we
You
Wait,
weren't-
do they
you
know
weren't-
me?
You
Am I
weren't
good?
wearing them when you went to the party.
I wore the
they wore the
robes.
priestess gowns.
I wore the robes.
He wore his
the
religious
robes.
robes.
So
So they
Do
will
know who I am?
recognize
You
us
two are
now.
Am
We're
I
fine.
Or are they just
Yeah.
looking
Oh wait,
around?
can I just? I've been in my.
You don't know. You don't know who they're looking for.
Would
Can I roll it?
putting on like a small disguise and taking off my noble clothes be enough?
No, you're a giant
Maybe.
half-orc.
Yeah, but if I put something over my face.
I so
and
listen. I think
It's nighttime.
I think Maximillian should like chill
Yeah.
because he's like
He's
you.
a large
you
boy.
two can go in because you're not disguised because they don't know what you look
Yeah,
like.
we needed
You're
to open it,
short,
right?
so you can go in and no one's gonna catch you. I can wear the disguise. You're too big. You're gonna be a distraction, and
Yeah.
people are gonna notice. So I
Well,
say you
plus-
like wait.
Matt is.
If you
massive.
follow Willie,
Thank
like
you.
Willie knows how to get to that area without going right in front of the Reeves.
Can we climb
So
on
you
the
could-
roofs?
You could basically
Can we
go
roof
around a
run?
few alleys and hop a fence to
Feather
get
fall.
to the back of where the Rusty
Feather
Flagon
fall
is.
off the
Can we run on the roofs?
So here's what I'm going to say.
Please. No.
Anybody who's disguising themselves, if you have disguise proficiency, I want you to make a roll.
I have a disguise kit. I don't know if I have
I'm gonna
proficiency.
take my
disguise
pirate
on?
hat off and
Disguise
put it
Disguise
on
is
you.
disguise
Okay.
ain't a thing.
We're disguised.
No,
We're
but
good.
do you have?
I have
They
a
won't
disguise
recognize
kit.
Here,
yes.
add pirate
It's
hat
part of
to
your
inventory.
background, right?
Yes.
Let's take
Okay,
pirate
so
hat
make a
out of
roll.
the
Can I
way.
use that? 'Cause
Yeah,
this
this
one's
that
broken.
sucks.
2.
Okay, you put on an awesome disguise that nobody believes. All right.
Carl's
Milo
just
is
a
wearing
It's
my
like the
hat.
glasses with the mustache.
Yeah. It's like nobody will recognize me like this. Quackity. All right. Anybody else doing disguises?
No.
Carl.
We
Right.
were in disguises, so now that we're not, they
Okay,
won't
Can
recognize
now-
I just take off
Carl,
my
that's
Milo
I'm
was
in
wearing the
disguise.
hat.
They look different.
I'm like,
Disguise.
I'm out of disguises. I just have the one.
But you're still a rock gnome. Make a stealth roll, everyone.
Oh God.
I want to see if you can climb the fence.
Am I coming or am I just kind of like chilling
I got
out?
12.
10,
What's my
I got
roll?
10.
I'm gonna roll. Why
Plus 4. I
not?
got 16.
20.
My
So
stealth is 6, so I'm at 7.
Yeah, but that's a natural 1, so you crit failed. And on the flip side, the funny part is on the flip side, the giant half-orc. So you're like, guys, follow me, and you get to the top, and your like pant gets snagged, and you're like, huh, and you fall onto like a metal garbage can, and it's like, clang, 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 clang,
Can I do
clang,
like
clang,
the
clang.
Bill Adam Battis rolling system?
The
Badass.
Bill Allen. No,
Just
that's
badass.
no.
That
You
is-
failed.
Okay.
Just acknowledge that you
Alright.
failed. The sneakiest person in the group failed.
Fine.
The largest person in the group succeeded. You're like, okay.
I just
And the rest of
vaulted.
you?
15.
What I have 16.
Yeah.
I got like 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, it was
I'll roll
23.
for the
yeah.
priestess.
I got 10, excuse
Boy, that dice sucks. She falls on top of you and makes a clang, clang, clang.
Alright.
All right.
Pinball.
A couple ladies from like a local tavern look out the back door and they're like, who's making all the noise out there? Be quiet, pipe
Ladies?
down.
Wait, why does that sound like someone we know?
All right, so then you guys follow Willie now down the alley, and you get to the space behind kind of the yard that was behind the rusty flagon, and you see the grate, the metal grate.
Oh, great.
Funny joke.
Wow.
John Knott's
joke,
gonna
Ralof.
destroy you in the
Akara
comments.
looks and she's like, "Is that it?
I'll lift open.
Open it up.
Up in the manhole.
Go down and find the bodies and bring them up."
Why don't you go
1,
find
2,
the
3
bodies?
nose
Why
guys.
don't I kill
can
all
rot.
5 of you at the same time in
That
less
is-
than 12 seconds?
What an excellent
Fine,
point.
have
What
fun
an excellent
losing your
point.
eyes of...
Stop it!
Okay.
Why would you do that to her?
She
Oh God,
holds
oh God,
the
oh God.
hilt of her sword and
We're
she's
here to
like,
help you.
I'm going to count down from 5 to 1.
You were
If all of you
ridiculous.
aren't down in the sewer,
Can I push Sean
Are
like
you-
into?
Wait,
Are
listen,
you coming
listen.
to the
Why would
sewers
you
with
do
us?
that?
I'm going to wait
Like,
here
can I
for
do-
you.
I could
You're
kill
gonna
your
lock us
company.
in.
Kill
Why
you.
would I lock you in? You're going to bring up the bodies of the other void
Because
monks.
you hate us.
I don't hate you.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
everyone, we're
Yes,
all
you do.
little
I'm here
tense
because
right now.
I'm
Just
here
let
because
family.
of the
Hey.
Can I open my box?
Tiefling.
What's wrong with you?
Climb into the stinky
Yeah,
sewer and get those bodies.
family.
Playing the
Fine,
flute.
we'll go.
We're gonna go in the hall.
Toxic Britney Spears.
Okay. She waits for you. You guys climb down. It smells.
I hate them.
It is pooish and pee-ish.
Ew.
And it smells like maybe rotting
Rotting
things.
bodies?
I vomit.
Well, I was going to have all of you make a constitution roll, but I don't need to roll. You
She just
vomit
willingly
voluntarily.
vomits.
Roll the
You
vomit.
feel a little better after spilling
No,
some of
I
that
don't.
wine? Okay.
I feel worse.
I kick foot.
Everybody needs to make a perception check because you're looking. Oh, who has dark vision?
17.
All of us,
Oh, really?
except for Milo.
I don't.
Everyone else.
It's pitch black.
Okay,
What do
get
you
on- get
do?
on
Do you
that.
seriously go
Grab
down
onto
there?
someone. Yeah, I grab
Hop on
onto
my
someone.
shoulders.
Yeah,
Okay.
hop
I
on
have-
Dad's shoulders.
Now you've got
Ooh,
nasty poop
ooh.
water on you.
Genius. All right, so my bread is stale by now, right?
Yeah.
I'll
And it's
splash
like
Carl.
flammable. And I have kerosene, bread, kerosene, flint. I make a little like torch. And
But
just,
you
like,
could see in the dark.
Yeah, for her.
Aww.
Aw.
Thanks.
All right.
All
right,
right, so,
so-
minus one of all that.
That's the nicest
So
thing I've
everybody
ever
can
done
make a
for me.
perception roll, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I already got. I'll just roll again.
I don't know where the P is. Oh, 1.
6
Perception.
16.
9.
I'll take
Well,
16.
plus
Plus-
4, 10.
Sucks. I got 16.
10.
9.
12. Plus I can see in the dark.
Okay. All of you guys are like, nope, no bodies.
Ew.
My 16.
I am.
smell is
I am.
horrible.
I am still vomiting.
Carl,
Yes.
you see a gray cloak floating like way down. You see like part of what you think is a gray cloak floating in the water.
Hey, everyone, look at that oh, shit. Gray
Oh,
cloak
vomit.
floating in the water.
So you think you see at least one of the bodies,
Yeah.
but it's a ways down, like probably
We gotta go.
50 or 60
Go,
feet.
get it,
I'll make
get
a
it,
boat.
get it, run.
It-
Stop, we're.
I'm sorry, I didn't describe this. Imagine that you're sloshing through
Please
about
don't.
8 inches.
No, please don't.
I'll make a-
I will
a paddle.
vomit. I will.
In real life?
In real life. In
Ew.
real. Do not describe this.
8 inches. That's it.
Of what?
Don't. I will throw up.
Okay.
I throw up
That's
really
all.
easy.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys see a
Okay,
floating
over.
gray cloak. Do you go down there?
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna
We're
go.
out.
You guys get down there, and you see that there's one of the bodies, but it's floating face down. But it's one of the you could see the back of the bald head, and it looks bloated, like water bloated dead. And there's
Get it.
you see the gray cloak, but you're not sure if the other body's anywhere around.
Grab the one.
Who's gonna touch
We need
this?
some
I want
evidence.
to. You're the strongest, so you gotta keep.
need
Nose
receipts.
goes. I don't wanna. Sean's lifting the
Sean's
body.
this big.
Sean will manage.
He's a rock.
He's doing it.
So
He can drag.
You
Well, we
gotta-
find the other one. He can drag
Okay.
it.
yeah.
Which way
Okay.
did it float?
I want to. Can I roll to look around some more? Let's see.
You could, but first everyone roll initiative.
So I.
Oh,
alright.
fudge.
Crocodiles.
16.
7.
Can't see
18.
11.
I got 16.
7 plus 4.
Okay.
6.
So do I have to get him now?
Who at the
Back from
highest?
the dead.
Sean.
18.
Sean did.
Sean. You're like about to reach down and grab the robe to like start dragging
Well, I
it
was
back.
gonna actually. I have carpentry tools.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna take a claw hammer and just
Okay.
pull him back.
I have a
So you're gonna
pickaxe.
claw
we can use
hammer to
that.
pull him back,
Yeah.
and the floating corpse is like, and it's a
Ew.
zombie,
It's
and
a
it's
fucking-
gonna attack you.
Really?
Yep,
It's a zombie?
it really is.
Sean, throw
you
the gun and
serious?
kill
Does
it.
anyone
I
have
just
any
heard him,
holy
though.
stuff?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Does that count for anything?
Go ahead and roll the hit.
What?
Use your holy stuff.
I didn't know there were zombies in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
Heather, where did zombies
Is there
come from?
anything?
That's where zombies came from.
With Bill playing.
Heather.
I'm so
Wait, does that mean the
Heather,
other one's
and it's not
there?
just the zombies; it's a
God, I hope
bloated
so.
corpse sewer zombie.
Ew. Is
I
this
throw
a
up
guy?
again.
That's
All right.
kind of
Wait, I have a
fun.
question.
All right, so how do I-
Carl
Is it the guy?
seduces.
It looks like one of the two guys that you guys killed
Right.
earlier.
Someone keep post because there's going to
Go
be
ahead.
another zombie.
What do I roll?
You're attacking it. So
Well, I-
attack with your claw
Not
hammer.
D20.
You said you
What
had
do
a
I roll
claw
with?
hammer, Chief.
What do I
Roll
roll with?
a
D20.
D20.
The one you were holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't even know.
Roll. Roll. Roll.
No, he's got something else.
Do zombies count as magic?
What?
What?
You want to try that one
Are you
again?
looking for your
No,
rock
not
gnome
even.
My
capability?
gnome cunning advance on initiative of wisdom, charisma versus magic?
No.
Okay.
Hey, how long has it been?
Since you threw up?
Since
Since we've
what?
been playing. It's
Which
like
time?
4:15.
Since I cast my last spell.
Really, Heather?
Um,
It's 4:15.
Like 2 hours?
Ha! Ha! Yes! Finally.
It
Sean,
is, it's
you missed.
Well, I have
4:19.
I'll take a stab.
Who was
at
an
it.
18?
Oh,
17?
that was. I had 16.
Go. 16.
I had 11.
With the big one?
11.
Yeah.
Then do I add anything?
What are you attacking with, Carl?
My rapiers.
You pull your rapier out and you're like,
Wait, he's got two of them.
I have two. I have one in each
okay,
hand.
go ahead and attack.
Oh, it's a 12.
Plus?
4 and 2. 6.
Well, that's one
oh,
dice roll. So
shoot.
you hit,
16.
roll your damage, 1d8, and then add your damage modifier.
5 plus 4. 9.
No.
2. 7.
7. So you do 7 damage with your first attack. Now you're attacking with your second weapon.
Yes.
Which the people on YouTube have pointed out that I'm not sure if you could use the rapier as your offhand weapon.
Okay, but I want 2.
But if you do, you definitely don't get the bonus to your damage.
So it's just normal.
So roll your second attack.
Wait, do I use this dice? The D20. 17. And then
Plus.
You hit, roll damage.
8.
Plus.
No bonus because I'm not allowed a
Oh, okay.
bonus. So just
Still
8.
more.
Okay. You stab it twice, and it falls back, it splashes back into the poopy water.
Splash.
Blue water.
A little bit of poop gets up on your lip.
I lick it off.
I basically just want Anna to throw up. But don't.
I
I'm just
will.
She will in
just
real
hold
life.
on.
I
Just
will.
don't-
Where
just
did
don't
Carl
do it.
stab it?
Twice,
doing my
like
best.
in,
Just don't do it.
he like
Where?
once in
though?
the head and once in the
Oh.
If
arm.
it's in the head, it's dead.
I was about to say, if it's not in
Is
the
it
head.
moving? Is it moving?
Not moving, it's just floating again.
Someone poke it.
Sean.
Alright, so can I attack him
Who?
again?
Ew.
It's not your turn. Who's after Carl? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
I 11.
Roll.
I had 11 too.
Both of you.
D20?
What are you going to do?
Oh,
You going to attack the body more?
Oh, I got a 16.
Okay,
yeah.
you stab it?
Yeah,
With what?
my scimitar.
Okay. Roll damage.
6 plus 4, 10.
Look at Heather just stomping. You just
There
cut
you
an
go.
arm off.
All right.
Okay? Cav?
What's
Not
your
in
deal?
there.
I'm gonna.
Are you like gonna check to see if it's?
Yeah, I kind of want to like lift it up by like the back of the shirt and
Ew.
check if it's alive.
Don't ever.
Doesn't seem to be alive. Seems to be very dead this time.
Okay. Can I like move it over to the grate and just kind of prop it there?
You could start dragging it back to the grate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just throw it.
It's very
Great.
easy. Well, you can't throw it 50 feet, Cav. I mean,
I'm
you're
so
strong, but you're not
powerful.
quite that strong.
Roll to throw at 50 feet.
You got a 2, so no, that's
I
not gonna
break
work.
my arm.
So canceled.
I die.
You have been stopped.
It comes back to life.
Can I open the wooden box yet?
You want to stop in
you're
the middle
so
of the sewer and
obsessed
open up
with
the wooden
this.
box? That's fine. OCD, go ahead.
You are
Wait,
so
how
obsessed
do I
with
roll
this.
for it?
Just roll a d20. You're making a lockpick check, right?
Roll to open box.
You have
14.
proficiency, so add in your proficiency. Where's your lockpick? See that thieves tools?
Yeah,
So add 14 to that.
Oh wow.
So 22.
22.
You're like, boop, and you pop the lock like it's nothing,
what
and
is
you
it?
open it up. There's a little
There's
statue.
nothing.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, great.
Statue of what?
It's a little gold statue.
We could
pretty.
sell
They're
that.
not really
right?
sure. It looks humanoid in
Sell it.
nature.
Can I
Eat it.
use my artificer's lure to look
Yes.
Tries to seduce
for
me.
history stuff?
Sure. Right in the middle of the sewer combat. Go ahead.
15.
Yep, great. It definitely looks like a depiction, albeit an older depiction, of the water goddess.
All right, cool.
Is it holy?
cool.
Why didn't
It
we have
doesn't
that?
look like a modern depiction. It doesn't look like the water
I was
goddess
going to hand that out to
with
them
the
as an
long
offering.
with the long
would've been
hair.
amazing.
That would have been so good.
Wait, so it's
We
some
weren't
other.
thinking-
So you know how the
wouldn't have been
current
that.
you know how the current depiction of the water goddess is like a female
Shut-
elf or human with long hair and water
Yeah.
eyes and stuff. This looks like a more primitive version.
Okay.
Why
It
was
definitely
in
looks.
secret?
Basically, it looks like a female form because it has curves
Oh.
and it has hair.
Stop.
That's so
What is
gross.
wrong
You
with
make
you?
choice.
I mean,
Primitive, like a primitive kind of
This isn't the
matronly
character.
This is real life.
Yes.
stone.
I thought it was gold.
Hey, what's that one that we did in our
Did I
You
say
said
it?
it gold. You
gold.
said gold.
You said gold.
Blah.
Gold.
I win.
Phil is no
Right,
longer
fine,
the
it's gold.
DM.
I don't
Sean
really
is.
care. It's not the material that counts. It's more the depiction.
Okay.
Someone
Okay.
thought Sean
Dude,
was,
it's like
older
the.
than
You remember
gold.
that one in our history, like the Venus of like Macedonia or whatever? The one's like. Real
I don't
strong.
remember anything from
let's
our
go on.
history.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
fine.
You guys, you attacked. You start dragging the
Yeah.
corpse back. You're still like this. All just happened. It was like stab, 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 kill, stab, and then he's like doo doo doo, dragging it back. What do you do? You just want to stab it? Just
Roll.
on the
Wait,
way
why
out?
didn't
No,
we
I
get
want to
her?
roll perception to look for a different one.
Okay, keep looking.
Why don't we get her?
Who?
Oh, well, that sucks.
The,
I have-
lady.
Which like she's
Ten.
up in the top.
Yeah, why don't we get her and tell her like, hey, there's zombies down here. Can you come
Because
help
we
us?
just killed the zombie.
You're looking.
There's
Nothing.
another one.
There's another
Anybody else
one.
want to continue to search?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll search.
How long does it take me to get it? Like
19.
bring it back.
This is how long it takes.
Bill, I got a
You make
19.
it like 15 feet
Plus
through
what?
the water, and then you hear the zombie go,
Bill,
and he reaches
Bill,
up
Bill,
to
Bill,
his
shit,
Bill,
oh, shit.
Bill, I got a 19.
Chill.
Okay, you see another corpse, but
Mm-hmm.
this one isn't floating. It's walking towards you in a shambling zombie sort of
Wait.
way.
Probably a zombie.
Is it still my
And
turn?
the zombie that he was dragging just woke up and starts
Is it
attacking
still my turn?
again.
Is it still my turn?
What?
Is it my turn?
No, top of the order.
Come on.
Bill, is this a movie?
No.
Can we make it a movie?
This sounds
Okay,
like
fine.
zombievers.
Train to Busan.
Who was up at the top of the order?
It was Sean then me.
It was
Sean,
Sean.
go.
Carl.
So there's a zombie that's 30 feet down the sewer from you guys that's new, and then there's another zombie that, or the same zombie that you guys just beat up that he was dragging that just woke
Why
up.
did
I'll
it
go
wake
with the
up?
new one.
The new one?
Damn
All right,
it.
go ahead.
Wait, I have a
Shay.
question. Quick question. Can you kill a zombie,
About to
or do
find
they
out.
keep waking up?
Destroy it.
Cut off its head.
We need to get one over to that
You
lady
just kill
before
its
we
brain.
dismember
That's all you
it.
gotta do.
Go ahead.
You didn't stab it in the head good enough.
Hey, this
Oh,
doesn't count. She touched it.
All right, then
It's a
I guess
15.
it doesn't count because it would have been a hit.
oh my God, stop!
It counts.
We're just
Dummy.
kidding around.
All right.
Take it back.
It was a joke.
So
We're just joshing with you.
roll
It was a
damage.
prank.
Come on.
On a rapier.
Yeah, 1d8, and then add in your bonus.
Other one.
No, that's a d6. It's the pointy
Other
one.
one.
Yeah.
Other
They're all
one.
pointy. They're dice.
You'll learn. Hey, look at that too.
Wait, plus.
Plus what? Oh my God, Sean, it's there. It's literally where it says rapier.
Four.
Four. I told you.
so
I said
6.
4. 6.
Great.
Great.
Ah, you stab it, and it's like, All right, you're Carl. You're up.
My name's Ralof.
Carl, help me.
I'd
I'm
also
holding a zombie.
like to.
Do you run up and help Sean? with
I'm
the-
gonna help out Sean. I'm gonna do like a nice jump over him. And,
Awesome. Make an acrobatics roll.
oh my God, I did not. So I had to
Please
add
wipe out in the sewer and sink into poo water.
No.
plus 2. 13 plus 2 is 15.
All right, you made it. You're like, whoo, you almost slip into the poo water, but then you like kind of do a parkour move off the wall, just spring, and then you
I've
go
done that in real
attack.
life. Okay, I rolled this again.
Yep.
Yeah, I know the rules. 20.
Oh my god!
Carl just decapitates.
That's like his fifth
And
one.
7.
Wait,
plus
no. Well,
one.
that's so the Bill Allen damage alternative scoring system.
Oh my God,
Because you
badass.
roll the nat, you automatically get the 8 plus this 7, which is 15 plus
4.
your
19.
your that's the 2 hit, Carl.
Damn it. 2 plus
So
2.
you do plenty of damage and it drops.
Good job, Carl.
You want to
Thanks,
stab
everyone.
it just for good measure?
Yeah,
with
cut
the
off his
second
head.
sword? Go ahead.
Yeah, cut off its head.
Roll the second one.
Dismember it.
Well, he has a rapier,
2.
so he's not really able.
Carl misses and breaks.
Wait, don't
Yeah.
cut off the head yet, because maybe they want to heal the zombies and interrogate them.
No, they don't.
Can we
Okay,
do
well,
that?
that's fine. We're done.
Alright.
Just ignore that.
Okay,
I'm.
you're about to be
holding
attacked by a zombie that you were dragging, who is missing an arm, but he's reaching up to claw and bite you. So
Can I-
what are you gonna do?
do a little athletics thing, kind of push it down and then hit it.
Just read around it and hit it with your hammer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You don't even need to do an athletics. You basically just drop it, stomp it, and smash it. Go ahead.
This is for the attack?
Yep.
Okay.
An
18.
Hey,
Plus-
plus whatever that is good enough. Roll damage.
Okay.
This is. Are you using your warhammer?
Yeah, 2 hands, so D10. I don't have
Good
a D10.
lord. Go ahead.
I don't have a D10.
Does no one
Anna.
here?
Which
Anna
one?
does.
Which?
I think it's
Just
that
divide
one.
a d20 by 2.
That's
Or
No,
just
I
roll
don't.
the
No, this is a
D10.
12.
That's a 10.
This is a 10.
6
Plus?
plus 4.
That's 10.
You're like, oh, and its head just gets smashed as you like destroy it
That's
down
so
into the
gross.
water.
Okay.
Ew.
Yucky. Heather.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're in between. So you see on the one hand, you see Maximillian like, huh, and like beating the one that you guys thought was dead, and then down the sewer tunnel from you guys, like Ralof and Willie are just slashing away at
I guess
this
I'll go
other
help
one.
Matt.
Okay.
Or
So you-
Maximillian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see that he's like holding
Can I
it
roll
down,
this?
like drowning it with his foot and
what you wanna
smashing
do.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
10
Plus.
plus what?
Your where it says scimitar. What's the
Oh,
plus?
6.
Okay,
16.
you hit.
Cool.
Roll that damage. D6
This one.
plus the damage bonus.
1
5.
plus 4. 5.
Okay, so you stab it more. It gurgles more. All right, what are you doing?
If I
You're in between two. You get
if I yell for my teammates to move, do they have time to get out of the way?
as in you want to Eldritch Blast one of them.
I probably won't listen.
No.
She yells
What?
I'll go
I want to
closer.
use Arms of Hadar. I want to run over and use Arms of Hadar.
Okay, do whatever you want
Let's
to do.
keep one
Stop.
body in.
No, that didn't.
We need
That
the body.
means
Don't do it.
that means you're not. That
That
wasn't an
means
answer
that
to my
the scary
question.
tentacles attack everyone. No, they don't have time to move.
It's only within 10 feet.
I'm afraid
So-
tentacles.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying right now,
6
the fear.
seconds.
2 of them are by one zombie, 2 are by the other. Next round,
big
if
is the
you
sword?
yell, like if you say this round, like get out of the way,
Conveniently.
then they can move, and then you could do your arms.
Isn't
of
every
hate.
round 6 seconds?
Yes,
That's
but
time
you're
for
at
them
the
to
end of the
run.
round.
Fine.
What
I
I'm
did not
saying
know
is
that
you
rule.
could say that now. They all could spend a move action next round. I mean, actually, they didn't move.
I stood still.
Somehow I feel like no matter
Yeah.
what my judgment is, everybody on YouTube's going to be like, you should have let her do it.
Let me do
Let me
the
think
cool
through
thing.
this.
No matter
Comments
how.
All
are
right.
brutal. Bill,
Nobody
don't let
really
the heat get to you.
moved. Nobody really moved.
Let me do
Well,
the cool thing.
People are nice
Heather
to
kind
me.
of did.
Let me use my cool spell.
And
Heather
Carl moved. Yeah, so you know what, YouTube? F you. Everybody moved. So if you want people to move, you have to spend some time saying, get out of the way. I'm going to throw black tentacles at the zombies. Or you could just Eldritch Blast one of them.
Not,
Fine, I'll just
not
blast
the one
one.
I'm
Now they're gonna be
holding.
like,
Whatever you want to do
He
in your
bullied
heart,
her
Anna.
into, yeah.
He made her use that.
Please
He made her
don't
use
shoot the one that
he
I'm
made her
holding.
use the most
You're not holding it
optimal
anymore.
badass cantrip in the game.
I want to use the spell I picked being a warlock for.
Okay, do it.
No, because it's
Please.
going to kill my teammates.
Yes.
Do this side with Maximillian.
But don't do that, actually, because you guys are...
Sorry.
All right,
It'll kill my teammates.
do what you're
Fine.
going to
I'm
do.
on that side.
I'll
Carl,
Eldritch Blast
come
the
on.
one
Never
that
mind.
he's not holding.
Roll to attack.
Wow.
19.
Good
Yeah.
enough.
Hold
Roll
on.
1d10 damage and add your enormous charisma bonus. Because I'm nice.
9.
Wait, are we allowed to swear on this show?
You just...
We have.
Hold on, I didn't have the
No, but I'm
bonus
just
yet.
wondering.
I think so.
That's a 6, so 15.
to the Ralof and Willie zombie?
Yes.
Or to the... Okay.
Okay, let's keep one intact.
We've been filming
Well,
for
because
like
this
2
one, no,
hours.
because the other one's.
It's like a
All right.
2-hour episode.
Top of the round. Dun, 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 dun,
Someone should
dun.
probably.
Sean.
No
the one-
zombies are moving. You're like, you guys are all ready. You wait like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds go by. Zombies are dead, dead,
Cool.
dead.
Okay.
Not
Wait,
Wait,
moving.
okay,
I'm
so
gonna
I yell.
continue dragging it, but like
Yeah.
by the foot this time.
All right,
So you guys
we'll bring it up.
bring the zombies. You get to the ladder. She's up there. She's like holding the torch. She's like, did you find them? Bring them up.
Yeah, they were zombies, dude. It sucked.
Hey, cutie.
All right. So you guys,
what
you
you
kind
do?
of do a system where like some of you go up, and then the tall person passes the zombified corpses up.
That's so
And
gross.
she's like, oh, they're corrupted.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, they are.
The matron mother must know about this.
Can we put them back?
No,
We gotta bring them.
you have to carry them back to the temple
how are we gonna carry 2 bodies?
There's like 5
in
of
your
us.
arms. Move,
What if
hurry.
somebody-
The
Can we wash
constables
it?
will be. The
I have
constables will
sandpaper.
be
I wrap
coming
it in
on their.
sandpaper.
What?
Carpentry tools, sandpaper. I have sandpaper.
Sean, you don't have like
You
40
have like
yards
12
of
feet of
sandpaper.
sandpaper.
Hey,
Sean pulls out his.
Each one of you guys grabs.
This-
Each one of you guys grabs a
Maybe
chunk of
weekend
their
at
cloak.
Bernie's.
So you each grab a chunk of cloak, and you're basically carrying these waterlogged zombie corpses,
Ew.
and you make your way all the way back to the water temple.
I hate this.
When you get back there, you see the scene very similar to what it was before. You see the one void monk sitting there on the ground with a bunch of priestesses that have their weapons trained around them. When you guys get back, Akara's like, dump the bodies there in front of him. You guys drop the bodies.
Okay.
He looks at them and he's like,
Those are bodies.
That is what it is.
Dude, what the heck?
We
he
can't
know
talk.
them?
He's probably.
No, I don't. He doesn't need to respond. This is a rhetorical what the heck.
Akara asks him, she's like, are these your minions, your brothers? And he's like,
This guy does not give a shit.
Guess so.
You're into making zombies now?
That's pretty cool.
You didn't make them zombies? Then why are they zombies? Satan?
Demons?
Satan made them zombies?
The elf. I'm so good at
Why
shorts.
would the elf do what?
Elf made them
the-
into
what?
zombies.
How? When?
I don't know if I believe
and
this guy.
he didn't even know we put him in the sewer.
Who do we trust?
His story is falling apart.
probably
out
could.
there.
Trust no
You
one.
probably could have
now
watched
can I
us.
use my gnome cunning? Because that's magic. He made them zombies. That has to be magic.
Sean, your
Is
gnome
the elf
cunning
a
doesn't apply in
necromancer?
this way, but go ahead and roll
But I can get
anyway.
an advance on
Wait, wait,
Any-
wisdom.
anybody can roll
Arcana,
insight.
Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana,
Insight.
good, go ahead.
Fudge.
11 plus
13.
1, 12.
18
9.
in total.
15.
Plus.
Do you guys have Arcana?
I
yeah,
do,
I have
but I've
one.
got-
I
Arcana.
have plus
9.
1. No, it's like the.
So anybody that got over a 15,
I did.
It's not me.
I got a
18.
15.
No.
Wait.
Is that above 15?
Insight. Almost.
you
That's me.
are a little scared because you're not really sure that you've ever heard of anyone making zombies.
Is this guy a necromancer?
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I hold out my statue of Vusaq and I say,
Vusaq.
here you go.
She's like, oh, is that something you stole?
I was given to this.
I was given to this.
Roll your lies. Roll your lies. Oh, Sean. She's like, I'll give this to the matron mother. We'll see what happens now.
Tell her it was for me.
So Akara's like, watch all of them. All of you, sit.
Can we shower, please?
No.
I want a bath.
I
already got one.
smelly.
So
You also went
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
sewer right after.
No,
Akara runs in. 10 minutes go by, and then the matron mother comes to the window of the temple again, and she's like, purify all of them in the moat. All of them.
Yeah, moat bath.
And burn the zombie
Oh, wait.
bodies.
I don't-
No, let's bring the zombies to the moat.
Hey, what would happen if we did
We
that?
So
corrupt their
here's what
sacred
happens.
Because then they can
Akara
come
comes
alive.
out.
Oh.
Now if we just
Akara comes out carrying 2 huge, like skins, and
skins.
she's
Oh,
got.
water skins.
She basically tells a few of the priestesses to take you to the moat to be purified. And then she says, you, both of you, drag those corpses past the
gross.
moat, outside of our temple grounds.
It's 'cause
They
we're
must be
large.
burned.
Okay.
So, because I know how to set things on fire.
And I'm large.
So you guys drag the corpses out, and Akara comes with you, and then she dumps the skins, which are actually, as you're smelling it, some kind of oil or kerosene.
Kerosene.
And then
Carl or Sean, make him drink it.
she lights a tinder and throws a torch,
Willie.
and you guys see the whole pile of the zombie corpses just start to burn, and it's this horrible smell. And she's like, wait here until they're completely burned.
That's
Watch
so
them.
gross.
If they arise, destroy them.
Picked us because we're the cool.
So you guys are sitting there like, oh, the smell. Meanwhile, the other priestesses take you guys down to what they call the moat, but it's actually a very beautiful water feature. And they're like, take off your hideous clothes
Come on.
and go in and purify yourself.
Do we get,
Okay.
And you will wash your clothes out
Back.
Okay.
in the moat.
do
Go.
we have new dry clothes?
We have towels for you. Go purify yourselves now.
Carl, stop.
In real life.
Roll the bath.
So you guys go and bathe.
I only got a 6 for
I have,
bathing.
I have to roll.
Wait, we have to roll to bathe?
No.
Anna misses the water.
I don't know why Anna rolled. It's just bathing. There's no roll.
Anna did her best, but it just
I got a 6.
I got
Just
it.
roll.
That was a bad one.
bummer. It didn't go well.
So here's what
bad
happens. You guys bathe, and then you come out and they give you towels, and you dry off. And by the way, you bathe, and they also give you like these different like oils and herbs and stuff to
Smell like
wash your
dick over
clothes.
here. Jesus.
So while you're bathing, you're
Do we
washing
get
your clothes
conditioner?
out.
I want tea tree oil.
Conditioner.
For my
You guys sit and watch the corpses
Okay,
burn
okay.
until there's like just nothing but like charred husks.
That doesn't
Yuck.
exist.
And then at that point,
it
Akara
does.
comes back and she's like, "All right, now you guys go bathe in the moat
Yeah.
and wash your
Yeah.
clothes off." So
boys
you guys are
trips the
all
boat.
done bathing in the moat.
Moat
You've washed
time.
off. You've dried. Your
Zombies
clothes.
are on
You're
fire.
basically wearing robes that they gave you
Yes.
because your clothes are hanging on a line to dry.
Is
Do
mine
we
like
have like little
orc-sized or just
Yes.
uncomfortably human-sized?
So
Super tight on.
It's just really baggy.
Akara tells you that you guys will not be staying in the main temple tonight, but there are guest quarters where visiting priests and priestesses can stay, and that you will be there. She tells you to lock your weapons up in the vault.
Wait, did we tell you that we only have a day before he gets here? Because how long has it been?
The matron mother knows. We
Okay.
are going to be on watch tonight. All of
Okay.
you will stay in the barracks.
Are we gonna be like?
We are
locked?
listen,
Okay.
we are trusting you. I don't trust you, but the matron mother does. So she is trusting
gift.
that you will be true to your word. You will stay in these barracks for the night, and at dawn, you will join us for breakfast. And at that point,
Big
the matron mother will decide what will be done. I would advise that you strongly consider immediately going to sleep and creating no distractions or disruptions, because the sisters and I must keep a vigil and a watch for this supposed thief and deceiver.
Ma'am, I request to stay on watch with you tonight. You would need someone that has background information on the situation, and being I am a member of this party, I would like to stay with you.
Carl, you need to sleep.
Being that I am, how did you say it? Racist. And I do not trust tieflings, the answer is no.
Yeah, you're racist. Whatever.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
pretty, that's
she-
pretty racist. That's kind of racist.
Now,
Who's the-
go to the barracks.
Okay.
We
go.
go.
I can't try. It's just
Yeah,
Okay.
I go.
Yeah.
You get in the barracks, they're very nice beds. In fact, the beds are nicer than any inn you stayed in recently. They're clean, they have clean linens and blankets. There's even like a nice smelling incense.
Ooh.
So, does anyone do anything other than just go to sleep?
Can I roll perception?
Yes.
16.
There's a zombie under your bed.
No,
I'm
there's
just
not.
What?
I was like,
kidding.
Bill, it's
They're
like
trying to kill him.
4:40.
Yes.
Should
So
have
with
to.
that, you guys go to sleep, and at dawn we'll find out what happens on the next episode of D&D with high school students.
I don't like that.
yeah, can you cut that part?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Agree with that.